this guy over here. Like Justin, do we even gotta take Josh Lucas time? Look at us, we black. We CP time over here. What is going on, y'all? It is your boy King Kunch in the building here at the Nerds Underground. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We got a great show tonight. We got a lot of nerdy stuff to get into, even though it's not really like the nerdy news has been slow, dry. I think that might be a little bit because of Dune is out, and Dune is apparently the most amazing movie that's come out since Endgame. I'm hyped for tonight's conversation because not only do I have the best co-host in YouTube in the building tonight, not only do I have Chilling in the Basement and Brooke Chin in the building tonight, but we're going to be having becoming one of the top scoopers in the game. Geeky Cats is coming in the build, bro. Like, you know, we've been having Geeky Cats on here, and it just seems like he's been elevating on the scooping level. Like,
oh yeah, he's big. He's big time now.
He's been elevating, bro. So we got Geeky Cats in the building tonight. What a pleasure. But I just want to start off right here, Justin. Just want to start off by asking you, bro, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. How about yourself, brother?
I can't complain. I'm doing good. I'm energized tonight. We took Monday off. Your boy was just drained. I ain't have the energy to really get in here in the stream, and it's a good thing because we ain't really have much to talk about. So when you don't have that much energy and it ain't much to talk about, sometimes it's best just to not cut the camera on.
Yep, it is. Like a bad energy stream. It's not something you want to, give to new people coming.
It ain't the best all the time, is it?
Yeah.
It ain't the best all the time, is it? But look, man. We got Geeky Cats coming in here in about 15 minutes or so. Let me ask you something, bro. We'll just go ahead and hop into our first topic today. Our first topic of the day, I'm going to talk about Bad Batch. Like, I know we got Avatar back out there to talk about the back half. I do want to get into some of the Dune talk. But to just, what's going on, Kill? To just get some of this stuff out of the way. What you been thinking about that Bad Batch this season?
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the hype that everybody else has on it. Bro.
Everybody,
I'll be honest, man.
Look, people out there got hype for it, bro.
I feel like there's a lot of glazing right now.
It might be a lot of glazing, and I ain't even gonna cap, bro. Like, Bad Batch is Bad Batching to the utmost level right now, to like the umpteenth percentile. They are Bad Batching, and what I mean by that is it's like okay, like you're looking at it and it's really becoming
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, it's something to watch, but it's nothing to write home about.
Exactly.
It's nothing that makes me want to be like, I must watch this when it comes out. This last episode was a prime example of that. Bro, this last episode to me, like, I get it. She's reuniting with Hunter and Tech and whatever. I mean, Hunter and Ricka. But it's like, bro, you taking too much time. We already 4 episodes in at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have been reunited before, like, on that initial drop. Like, to me,
I feel like that should have been the end of episode 3, bro.
I feel like that should have been the end of episode 2. What's going on, Lord Vito? He says he means that Bad Batch is like Sabine Booty. What?
It's flat.
I ain't get it. Hey, that was good. That was good timing right there. That was good timing right there, because your boy was really like, it's flat. Hey, that's good. That's good. Hey, Coachella Coastal, what's going Cyber Coastal, what's up in the building, man? Lord Vito,
what's up,
thanks
mate?
for the $5 super chat. That was hilarious. But look, yeah, you wish Bad Batch would be more like Hera, right? Like, you wish Bad Batch would be more like Monica Rambeau. Like, it's just falling flat like a soda that's been open for a whole day, bro. And
yeah, bro.
We're not getting to, I don't know what's going to take for us to get to that point. To be honest with you, like, I was excited for this season. And when you hear things like Hemlock saying, I got the full disposal of the Empire right here for me. Right here. He said he's got the full disposal of the Empire. You get excited to see things like, you saw the Emperor. You get excited to see somebody like maybe Vader pop up, right? You get excited to see some of the other people who, like some Inquisitors, if you will, that may pop up in the show. But let's be real here, Justin. Let's be real here. If they are taking way too long to get to that sweet stuff. They're taking, like, they are really bad. They're really bad batching it up right now. Like, this episode, like I said, is not bad, but it's not keeping me there. And the thing is, like, I'm losing engagement each and every episode. What do you think about this sweater, Carl? I call this sweater my what was the dude from Power Rangers? I forgot his name. The dude from Power Rangers.
Don't ask me.
The dude from Power Rangers, he was like the leader of the Rangers, and he was laying on the deathbed. That's what I call this sweater because it looked like that sweater. I forgot his name, bro. It's been a long time since I've seen Power Rangers. Hey, but what's going on, Carl? What's going on, Ray? But the thing is, bro, when it comes to Bad Batch, like, when are we going to put the pedal to the metal with Bad Batch? When are we going to take it to the next step with Bad Batch? Like, at some point, like, the trope is there. Like, yeah, okay, cool. We got Crosshairs reconnected with the crew, right? Like, they're going to be going through that dynamic. Bro, I don't want to waste the next episode of them bickering back and forth about where they've been going, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, bro.
Like, the rest of this is going to be a character study on. I feel like we're going to get the next couple of episodes of character development, and what I'd rather have is plot development.
Yeah. We're getting to the point for me, like, it's kind of like all of Star Wars stuff. It's where they have journey of the week type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this journey, like, I'm sorry, this last journey was pretty stupid. My one gripe with Omega that I've had since probably the start is, bro, she does the most pointless shit.
Dumb stuff.
Has no like benefit to herself at all. Like,
I can't stand it. Like, I remember this episode, bro. I was looking at Omega, like, yo, stop being so dumb.
yes.
Like, really, it's a dog. Like, what were you thinking was a dumb point? Because to me, the dog was dumb.
Yes, the dog. And I'm sorry. Look, yes, I know the connection that you're gonna have to a pet. Don't look. You gotta know. People are hunting you. They literally snatch that dog up for bait for you. Like, come on, thought process. Come on, man.
Come on, like, you almost out, bruh.
It's not the first time. It happens It happens every season, multiple times.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And it's
that's getting old.
It's the most annoying thing. Like, her naiveness. Like, at first you could look at her naiveness and be like, she's fresh out of Camino. But
Yeah.
Girl, you got to be grizzled at this point.
Like, you were just in basically a place where you were, borderline a slave. Like, why?
A prisoner. We'll go prisoner.
Yeah, you were a prisoner. You were a prisoner. Why the fuck are we doing this thing where you have not learned your lesson?
That's the thing.
C-dub?
That's the thing for me. Like, why haven't you learned your lesson? Why haven't we advanced? She's still the same little girl, and that's annoying to me. But what I will say I like about it, and I'm trying to get there, is that it does. Bad Batch knows who it is, and Bad Batch knows. Like, to me, they're knowing how to not drop a terrible episode, and that's one thing that I think that's been safe from it is that they haven't really dropped a terrible episode. Now, here's the thing, though. That's only the case because it's been just mid-level at the mid. Not to call it mid, but it's just been like middle of the road, middle of the road, middle of the road.
Yeah.
To me, like I said with last stream, I think if you combined episodes 1 and 2 together, it would have made it more pop. We just haven't gotten that episode that maybe be like, yet. Like, that's what we need from Bad Batch. We got, like, in Clone Wars, we have those episodes where it's like, in Rebels, you have those episodes where it's like, but like in the middle, you do have a little bit of your middle of the road, just good episodes, not great.
Yeah.
What we need from Bad Batch and what we hadn't gotten this season is that oh shit moment where we're like, yo, this is wild.
And it's the last season too. That's why that's a lot of my frustration. It's like we're really slow to get going, and this is the last season.
But you know what though? Like when it comes to these last season shows, Justin, we get a lot of times where these shows you're watching them and it feels like, you know what, this should be it. Like, I think they really pushed as far as they can here. And that's what I'm getting a lot from this Bad Batch season. It's like, yo, this should be it. They're not really finding another way to really push this thing even moving forward. Yeah. And when it comes to Omega, it's like, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm ready. Like, are you going to be in live action or what? Like, are you about to get captured and you about to get your M count over there to the clone or what? Like, I'm just ready to get that story wrapped up. Yeah. To be real with you, just to figure out what the whole point of watching this whole series was. And I don't want to go on a rant, but see y'all motherfuckers out there that were saying y'all wanted a Rex show or no, what was it? What was the show they wanted? Was it Captain Rex show?
Yeah, bro.
Come on now.
I think so.
Come on now. Like, maybe I'm just, you know what, Justin? Maybe I'm just not that big of a Star Wars fan, Justin. Maybe I just don't love Star Wars the way people do. Because when I hear things like I want a Rex show, when I hear things of like people wanting some more of these damn bullshit wasting ass time shows, Justin.
Bro,
That's
When it
nothing
comes
grabs
to
my gears
Rex,
more than that.
dude, when it comes to Rex, I'm right there with you. Like, how many didn't we not learn from Solo? Like, I don't want to be that guy to say, yo, like, we should have learned our, like, why the fuck are we doing a Lando Calrissian show? No. Same thing with Rex, man. It's gonna be a side character that is still absolutely, he's gonna be a little bit better, but like, no, not worth it. Don't
Now I would
spend
take a
money
first
that
order
you don't need
cartoon,
to do.
Carl. Like I would take something on the first order. Show me something we haven't seen before. Show me something that we push it forward. But I don't want it to just be on the first order. Like I want it to be like Kylo Ren.
No, I'd rather have
Like
Kylo Ren or
yeah.
even I was about
Well,
to
like if you
say
do it like a
even
Clone
a
Wars
Ray
type of,
one, but like
if you do it like
it'd
a
have to
Clone
be
Wars type of show, like if the first
yeah.
order type of show was like a Clone Wars type of show from this perspective of what's his name of Kylo Ren, but definitely not a Finn prequel. A Finn prequel would be. Come on, you saw how Finn was out on that battlefield.
I don't want anything Finn related, bro.
Nothing
Sorry.
Finn related.
They've done their due diligence to make sure I don't want him.
So all in all, Justin, Bad Batch season 4, scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it so far this season a good 6.
Yeah, I'd probably say that's fair. That's fair. It's a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. I will say, chilling in the basement. Friend of the show, he was smart. He had a smart point where even moving 2 for 1 and having 1 go for 2. I mean, flow wise, it'd be better. Like, and that's what I think is another issue. And then the fact that they're hinting at we're gonna get Fat Mace again is like,
Fat Mace.
Like, why do we have another memeable character?
Shit, come on now, let's not do that. But look, either way, I just wanted to get that Bad Batch talk out the way because there's not nothing to really hang on to. But like I said, there ain't really been a lot of news, but there's been a few leaks. So I've just had a little bit of question about a few rumors out there, a few scoops. And like I said earlier, there's somebody that's been out there in this game that's really going up the ladder in the scooper chain. There's somebody out there that's really, like, from the time I came across the dude to now, the stock just continues to rise in this thing we call the scooper game. And make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button as well. I say all that to say it's really a privilege, a pleasure to have a good friend of the channel coming to the building here on this Thursday. We had him here 2 weeks ago before Madam Web came out, and he's back. And hopefully we can get him to defend his Madam Web takes now. Either way, we got my man's Ryan Geeky Cast in the building. What's going on, my dog?
What's up,
What's
Ryan?
up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. How you been doing, brother?
I knew that was coming.
Look, I had to end it with the Madam Web talk. And before we get
good.
into it, yo, let me just ask you, how was I haven't seen Madam Web. How was it?
Okay. So hear me out, because I know the chat. I have the chat actually up, so I can read what they say.
You might want to
If I'm
close it
going
for
on
the
a
Madam
scale
Web talk.
of 1 to 10, right? I give it a 6. The first half is dreadful. Like, I have never seen the way they TikTok zoom in an actual movie. Like it would pan to a character and it would zoom, and then it would pan to a character and it would zoom, and then like a first person on an ambulance shaky, and then but I mean, like, after that, like the second half, if you would have just started with, like, she came from like the past or whatever, was trying to save the girls, it would have been a great movie, honestly. But like, like, to start off the way they did, and like the certain things they did were just dumb. It's like, they cut so much out of that film. It was crazy.
I got a question. So, do they have kind of a
Pedro
Pedro
Pascal's son.
Pascal.
Sorry. It's because of the mustache. I'm growing it out. I'm gonna do the gray and everything after my wedding.
My man saw. My man said he about to be what's his name, Franklin Richards. We got Franklin Richards in the building.
My question is so do they address the fact that we in Across the Spider-Verse, we kind of learned that it's one Spider-Man per universe. Do they address why we have 4 girls that are Spider-Man, and then we have Peter Parker coming up too?
So you're never gonna see this, right? Like, honestly.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah,
so none of them have their powers.
Okay.
So what it is imagine, like, did you ever watch That's So Raven?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how she'd be like there, and all of a sudden she'd like brain blast or whatever, and then like it would show the future.
Yeah.
it was literally that. Like at the end, she's blind, she's crippled, she's like this in a wheelchair with big old aviators on, and she's like, y'all are so powerful. One day y'all will be protectors. And it was literally, I'm not joking you, 1 minute with the suit on, 30 seconds with the suits on, if that. Like that was the whole thing.
So let me ask you then. Like there was a scene in there where Sydney Sweeney had like a gold web or something like that. Like
it's like her blast. She like shoots a blast out. I don't really know. Honestly, I've never been a huge Julia Carpenter fan. I grabbed her comic this week because they had the 97 variant, but like, yeah, they didn't explain anything. Like, it was so corny. Like,
it doesn't sound like it's describing a sex.
But I don't know, man. It's hard for me to like explain.
Come on, Streamlabs. Yo, Streamlabs, y'all took both my people out at the same damn time, Streamlabs. Y'all took both of my people out at the same time. Like at the same time, Streamlabs. This is the second time this happened.
Here, I'll decoy them. That's the new comic.
I mean, that looks even better than...
It looks great, right?
Any of the things I've seen from Adam Webb.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't his walls making Rob from comics. That's my boy, Rob. I love Rob. But no, I don't know. It just... I can't explain without you watching it. Like if you thought Morbius was really quick and random, this movie was like 2008 Incredible Hulk. Like it was just like boom, 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 boom. It was the craziest thing. I liked it though. Like I'm not gonna complain about it because I've seen Love and Thunder, I've seen Ragnarok, I've seen any of the Thor. This is controversial. I hate Endgame more than most movies because it's such a downgrade from Infinity War.
I mean, I don't hate it, but I agree.
It just hurts me inside. I love Infinity War so much, and it just hurt me. It's like all this pulling, like, okay, let's redo the stones. Let's invent time travel. It's just so lame that I'm like, I would rather watch Madam Web again. Maybe not the first 20 minutes, but after that, I'm okay. Because it's just, Madam Web is the turn off your brain kind of thing.
That last hour of Endgame is unbeatable. Like that last hour of Endgame is what redeems it. But I agree. Like going from Infinity War, which is the nerd's wet dream when you're coming to pacing. Like you're literally going from scene to scene to scene, like through the whole. Like I don't even really understand how they were able to pull that off the way they did. To be honest with you, with Infinity War, I don't think Infinity War gets enough love as being the top 3 probably movie. I put it at top 2. I don't think it gets enough.
Comic movies or MCU movie?
MCU movies. Like
I was gonna say we're gonna have to woe down there a little bit.
I don't think it gets enough love for the ride that we went on with Infinity War. But look, we got people in here calling you Pedro Pascal's son.
I know. I literally am growing out my hair's long right now. I'm gonna cut it all off. I get married on the 28th, so hair's gone. It's gonna be gray on the side, and then I'm gonna do the hair up. So it's the whole Pedro look. And then I'm getting the costume. So
let me ask you. You got a shout out for my boy Josh from the Den of Nerds in his last video about Terax.
No, that's my boy. Yeah, they're all I know all.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're a scooper. Like at the end of the day, you that dude.
Super stick together.
I try.
Like everybody, it's a community.
Yeah.
So
very true.
And look, bro, I just gotta ask you, with Terax coming in there. Is there what can you tell us? What are you hearing about like the Heroes of Galactus? I'm very interested to see because we're hearing things about future, past, present being all in one movie. I'm very interested to see like what this Heroes of Galactus stuff is really shaping out to be because we go from hearing Anya Taylor-Joy being the Silver Surfer, Herald of Galactus in there. Now we're hearing of Terax, and I think there was another one that may even be rumored. Just what can you share?
So. From what I'm aware of, okay, so the Terax scoop actually came last year, right? Okay. And I didn't take much about it. My time to shine, who I think is the most unreliable person ever in the last 3 years. She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible.
She's been backtracking. Backtracking so bad.
Well, that's like Daniel RPK, which is also my friend, is really bad now too. Like he's putting out stuff off of like I guarantee you, I'm not accusing, but like boards because. Tell me how Marvel says, we're cutting back on this, and all of a sudden RBK's like Wiccan show and Agatha show and Sentry show and Mephisto and Ghost Rider. It's like, bro, Silver Surfer. Why are you giving Silver Surfer a show? Like, hear me out. I like Silver Surfer. I love Norrin Rad, but don't give him a movie before you show him in Fantastic Four. Do that down the line when he's like, maybe in the past,
or just
like
don't do it at
how
all.
he becomes. Yeah, like if you do it, or like Sentry doesn't need a separate movie. Sentry's my favorite, like of all time, and like he doesn't need another movie. Like that's stupid in my opinion. Unless you're gonna do like once you bring in Fantastic Four and you show him and Reed were best friends, they put the tower up so everybody doesn't remember who he is, then that makes sense. But I feel like the way that these scoopers are throwing stuff, it's just hitting the wall. If you throw 100 things at a wall and you get one thing right, I've kind of changed up my formula on my Twitter where I'm putting everybody's names now. So I'm putting specific names, and I'm like, because that Hayfield guy is totally off his rockers.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's not appearing in all this stuff. Shiri's not appearing in all this stuff. Min's full of crap. Like I verify with most people who I'm talking to about it. But yeah, like I don't know. There's just so much going. Terrax. So the thing with Terrax is I kept hearing about it and I was like, okay, I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to look into him more. Obviously, I know the character, but I wanted to hear more about the information, like what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So the gist of it was Grace Randolph was talking about a past in a future thing. So it got me rolling. I actually made a video recently about Reed Richards and possibly using the bridge, and that's how they're going to escape into the MCU. They're going to go through the bridge after, possibly bringing the Council of Reeds if they could, which would be all the different cameo characters, all of them, and say, hey, this is what's going to happen, yada, yada. Terrax is supposed to be before Norrin Rad. He's the past Silver Surfer, or whatever you want to call him, Herald of Galactus. He's not a Silver Surfer. And then Norrin Rad is supposed to appear later on in the film. So I'm assuming, don't know yet, still checking into it. I'm assuming Norrin Rad's going to appear at the end of the film into the 616. So you're saying, okay, Galactus can transcend worlds, can transcend galaxies and multiverses. And because he's a universal being, he goes everywhere and he eats everything. So Terrax is supposed to be separate. Obviously, if you know Terrax, he's more on the power hungry kind of thing. He doesn't like Galactus. He wants to kill Galactus.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's going to kind of twist that way, because then I've heard there's 3 surfers at the beginning, but it's like if Anya Taylor-Joyce is playing Juno, different universe. So it's kind of like it's supposed to end with the 2 universes colliding, the 2 Earths, and then they get away and those Earths blow up, and Pedro's supposed to apparently go through like dark, twisted times where he's like regretting everything and he doesn't know, how to handle that. He lost 1 trillion people because of him, because he couldn't save that universe. And I think they're going to go darker tone on him. I don't think he's going to become the maker, but people keep talking about like this darker tone of this guy, So I'm like, hey, that'd be cool to me. I'd love take Yoan Grufford and make him times 100, because I believe in Pedro.
So look, man, I want to ask you this: like, from what you're hearing, like how sweaty we're getting? Because like my mind instantly goes to very, very sweaty. Like my mind instantly goes to like we can get like deep into the shit. So like I'm thinking, are we looking at a movie that takes place in the previous version of the Cosmos? Like, am I thinking too far deep? Because to me it makes sense if we're talking about Galactus and we're talking about universes being destroyed, and what we saw at the beginning of Loki, where a lot of people think that ship was a Fantastic Four ship. It's like we could be watching something of the one version of the Cosmos being destroyed and bringing Galactus into the new Cosmos with the Fantastic Four and whatnot. Like, just, I'm not saying that you may have that information, but just, are you getting the kind of inclining, like you said we're getting dark, are you getting the kind of inclination that we could be getting like real like effing sweaty here?
From what I'm aware of, and I don't know how true or not this is, they keep talking about how Hickman's going to be doing a little bit of this whole thing, because they already said in multiple things about Fantastic Four, they're grabbing from Hickman.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's, 14 different series that he connects all into one. I was watching one of Rob's videos the other day, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird how every single one of his series connects directly into the other without having to read a single other comic book, whether it be Time Runs Out, Infinity, Secret Wars, all these things. So I'm thinking they're really, as much as they say Sue's the main character, I feel like we're going to get a more mental game with Pedro, essentially, because, he's a TV actor, but he's still a good actor. And with Mando being done, essentially, and he's just voicing, and then we know what happens to Joel, at least if you guys have watched it, like, he's going to be focusing on this. I wouldn't sign this if I didn't know I had to do years down the line, because there's also a rumor that they want to bring them over into the next thing. So, I don't know. Yeah, it does, and then it's like, my problem is if they blow up everything, wouldn't you want to restart, kind of? Like, I feel like Pedro would be really old at that point, because he's like 50-something years old at this point.
Well, to me, the way I look at like the soft reboot is like looking at what happened in the actual comics at the end of Secret Wars, where like you're kind of recreating that. You got Franklin Richards recreating the universe, and the people that maybe survived on the bridge. Not on the bridge, on the ship that was made. I forgot.
The lifeboats that they make.
The people that survived in the lifeboat, come over and survive, which could be a lot of your younger Avengers that you have that's casted right now in the MCU. I'm hoping that, of course we can go forward with the new T'Challa in the next one. But like, just that stuff, them really just rectifying it, new Iron Man, new Cap, whatever. So I find that to be very interesting though. Justin, you got any questions on Fantastic Four?
Dude. Do you think he at least needs to lose the mustache though?
Me? Me?
No.
Pedro. But he's wearing a beard though, right?
I'm with him as I like him as Reed.
Yeah, I feel like he'll be good.
Like the mustache.
Okay, so I think it depends because everybody keeps drawing the whole Krasinski one with Pedro, but honestly, I tried to do the beard like Pedro, bro, and I have a picture actually somewhere. I had to like do this because it's so patchy and so bad.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get rid of the mustache, clean shave him because he cannot grow a beard for his life. It is the worst beard I've ever seen in my life.
Jeez.
Like, it's terrible. Like, not everybody can grow a beard, and it's nothing against people.
I know who can grow a beard.
You know.
I know somebody who can grow a beard. Andrew motherfucking Lincoln. That man.
That's my dude. Magneto.
You want him as Magneto?
Magneto. That's all I can say. He's like, dude, he's so passionate.
Yeah.
He has so like. Could you imagine like? I don't know if you remember in the old X-Men show when Professor X hits him with like a beam. And he like makes him relive the Holocaust.
I didn't experience the old X-Men show. Let me be real.
Bro, somebody was making fun of it on Twitter. They're like, imagine fighting a crippled guy and he hits you with the Holocaust beam. And I mean, like, he's so emotional. Like, Fassbender's amazing. But I don't think many people can do what Andrew Lincoln can, like the instant cry kind of thing. Like, he's a great actor.
He doesn't get his flowers. Yeah, he doesn't get his flowers. Like, to me, like, I felt like if he was hired as Reed Richards, like, and not to do hyperbole shit, but I've said it before, Andrew Lincoln as Reed Richards in my eyes would have been like RDJ as Iron Man.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I feel like he would have embodied that. Justin, like, when people would have looked at him as Reed Richards, that would have become what Reed Richards looked like everywhere. Like, you know how Tony, you know how RDJ changed how Tony Stark looks and like animated stuff, and then that would have to me that would have happened with Andrew Lincoln. I
might be missing the mark, but man, I feel like we're just glazing him. Like,
dude, Andrew Lincoln. I could say Henry Cavill because no, that's Doom. That's Doom. Because I have like each character per like how they look per their character base. Like,
who are your top three for Henry Cavill? Because that's the next one. Henry Cavill is allegedly, according to the ever so accurate.
I would really like him as Doom too.
He's got a role. I love him the most as Cyclops. Like, I think that's an elevation for Cyclops.
That'd be good, but I feel like he's too big for Cyclops. I feel like Cyclops is a leaner kind of guy. I feel like Henry Cavill's big. Like, he's a big dude. But I don't know. I feel like I don't see Beyonder. I want Bruce Campbell as Beyonder. I feel like that's the perfect. He's been everywhere. Like, why would you not have him? Henry Cavill, Silver Surfer, do the voice. I would love I feel like Silver Surfer needs a deeper voice. I don't know. Captain Britain, but Peggy Carter. Captain Britain. I would have loved Hercules. I think Hercules would have been the perfect for him. Or Hyperion would have been great because it's just a smack to DC. It's like, oh, you got your Superman. And last but not least, needs to be somebody big. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Cyclops' brother. Vulcan.
I really had like a thought of him so there was a picture, and I don't really necessarily feel like pulling it up, but there was a picture of Magneto that came out for the X-Men 97 series when Magneto had on the sleeveless shirt and he had the long hair and stuff. Yeah. I could definitely see Henry Cavill pulling that off. Now, like, if you go with your traditional Magneto, I don't know, not so sure. But I don't know. Like, to me, Cyclops is my favorite one. I would love to see a buff Cyclops. I don't know. I feel like in the X-Men 97 series, X-Men 92 series, I feel like Cyclops does look buff. Like, he looks kind of like broad in the shoulders. Yeah. I like that view. I like that look. I just wanted to ask you that.
I feel like Cyclops in the show versus the comics. In the comics, he's a badass. In the show, he's a puss. Like, bro's being bossed around by a 5'3" gnome. What's going on, in the comics, he's like, die Charles, and he just straight kills Charles. Like, or he just, he doesn't care. Like, right. That's what I like. I like the boss Cyclops. I don't like the whatever you want to call that Cyclops, the pushover Cyclops.
Yeah, the what do you call it? The new age snowflake Cyclops. I want to say snowflake.
The woke Cyclops.
The woke, yeah,
Yep, that's it right there. Yep.
It's and on to our next question though.
Yeah.
What's up with this Miles Morales talk? Like, is it real talk or is it like kind of, I don't know, is it like people throwing these darts there? Like, is there any real traction to Miles Morales in Spider-Man 4?
Okay, let me
please
pull.
start. Do they have like a person actually in mind to play them?
Okay, so I get given a lot of things. I post everything I get unless I
Uh-huh.
feel like it's totally like left out of the field. And one that I keep getting from multiple people, and I'll read it real quick, is I don't know who it is. I mean, I've seen pictures of him, but Miles
This
Brown
is
is the one I
important to
keep
me.
getting. I keep getting Miles Brown. No, he's not Puerto Rican. So everybody who asks me, is he Puerto Rican? He's not Puerto Rican. He's like, I think he's Asian.
Miles
and
Brown
he's
from Blackish.
Oh yeah, from Blackish.
and the whole thing I keep getting is that, you know, he's supposed to be introduced in the second film of this new trilogy. And essentially, they're going to kind of do a buddy thing where, like, apparently he lives in his apartment and it's going to kind of go the Spider-Man PS5 kind of thing going. Once again, I don't know. This is just what I'm sent. And then it's just Miles would then eventually get his powers in the third film of the trilogy, which would then lead to his own film. So,
Okay.
take with that what you will.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know, cool.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to Miles, and I think I don't know if it was you that retweeted the picture. If I just saw it from somebody else, and it was like 4 different, young black actors that could be on there.
Oh,
It's
I've seen
not
that.
bad. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, but like I gotta see it to believe it. Like
Yeah,
I gotta,
no,
I gotta
100%.
see it for it to fit. Like I didn't see it for any of those 4. I can't
Yeah.
think of any. I just can't think of any young black actor, to be honest with you. Maybe that's on my own fault for not knowing young black actors, because to be real, they don't get a lot of prominent roles. But like
Yeah.
I don't see any of them being Miles, and without it being corny. Like to me, like if you get Miles Brown, he's been wanting it too much. Like to me, it's like one of those things where like
He low key. I mean, yeah.
it's kind of been
Like,
annoying to me how
that.
like how much this guy's been tied to that, and that's no knock on him or to what he can do. I'm just like, none of these people really make me say, hey, like, I love that casting. Now I don't know when it comes to like Tom Holland, like getting unknown like Tom Holland.
But the
like,
thing
when I saw
with
Tom
that-
Holland, like I don't know if it would have resonated with me before I saw it on screen, but
Yeah.
it's just like none of these guys are resonating with me, and it's really making sense.
Yeah.
The only reason why I would give this not even validity, because once again, we're so far away from Spider-Man.
Mhm.
I mean, he does, if I'm correct, he does dancing and all that other stuff, which Tom Holland has a background in gymnastics.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I kind of would be like, oh, okay, that's the only reason why I kind of looked into it, was like, oh, that, that's more believable than me just getting the guy who voices Miles into the Spider-Verse. I'm like, bro, don't look anything like Miles.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't know, Tina's talking. Miles isn't big though. Miles
He's
is
not.
very little. Miles is a very little skinny guy. Like,
Plus, we would see him at what, 14 or 15 still?
yeah, because I mean, they've mentioned him in Homecoming, and then I mean, he's got to be pretty young.
He'd be even smaller.
How
then,
difficult
so
does it make
he's
it
not
for?
that big.
How difficult does Across the Spider-Verse make this for live action? Like this is Spider-Verse series, because to me, like Shamik Moore's voice is perfect, and if Shamik Moore could play it, like I would much rather have something match that energy. But like usually, I don't know, I don't feel like live action actors can really do that, because to me, it's like a certain energy that you get from the animated version that you can't necessarily get from the live action. Is how much do you think that really kind of will hurt? Because to be honest with you, I don't really have right now that much high hopes for a live action Miles Morales. As much as I would love to see it go down and to see it, I don't have hopes that they pull it off right.
Well, my biggest thing is, and I don't know, I mean, it's on topic, but I don't get why everybody has to be in everything, if that makes sense. I don't get why we have to push. Okay, so end Secret Wars, then make Miles Morales the main Spider-Man. You don't need like Peter, like I just don't understand. Like even Fantastic Four, you're bringing Fantastic Four in for one film to go into Secret Wars. So it's like, why? Like I get it. It's Reed's story, but like they don't develop enough. And like Tina says, I mean, I take pretty much what Tina says as the Bible. Like Marvel doesn't know what they're doing. Like I can read you real quick what I've been given. Like once again, this is, I dabbed more into the whole Sony thing, and this is a rumor on it, but Sony is in charge of the financing, which we always knew that. Sony is always in charge of the financing of the live action. Marvel does the merchandise. Bringing back Toby and Andrew is key to saving the film, which I think is totally BS. He is not willing to risk keeping Spider-Man confined to a local hero status, which is dumb because we just established him at the end of No Way Home as your local neighborhood Spider-Man. this decision could undo film options and upsets establishing people like Amy Pascal. Plus, abandoning Daredevil's storyline would disappoint Tom Holland. And then it goes on to say that Tom Holland has something to do with credit on this or whatever. And it's just long. I can send you it later, but it just goes on. I'm like, I don't get why people are fighting over Toby and Andrew. I get in fights about this every day. Stop bringing them back.
No, you don't.
I love
you
Toby. Yeah, like I love Toby more than anything. You can't keep bringing him back to teaching him a lesson that he doesn't need a lesson for. We just learned that, hey, great power comes great responsibility. You got to save all the villains, blah, blah, blah. Go home. What's the excuse? Oh, dude, I went back and then I got sucked back in again and now I'm back here again. Like, where does that lie in?
You don't come back without on purpose. Like, they have to come back with a purpose. And to me, you save that to the end of the movie.
And that's where I feel like a lot of it's a lie. I feel like a lot of people are just lying. Like, I don't feel like there's really any information about Sony and Marvel colliding. I mean, I get they're working on whatever they're doing, but at the same time, how would you know that? How would you know what Amy Pascal said? Or how would you know what Kevin Feige was like, no, this needs to be with their, you know what I mean? Like, they're already building up Devil's Reign. We don't know how Born Again ends. Born Again could end with Luke Cage becoming the mayor and Fisk dying or whatever they're going to do with him. And then that's Devil's Reign. Or you can bring the next one. You can bring Spider-Man, and like people are like, oh, a White Tiger series to mix into this. Like, why? There's so much stuff that I don't believe it, which is why I'm tracking it all, So when this all comes out into light, I'm going to blast them.
You know what's funny? It feels like that'd be like Daredevil, I feel like never gets out clean in his series on Netflix.
Yeah,
like it always builds to the next thing. And to me, the evidence of what you see on screen is that they're doing Devil's Reign. And like to me, the evidence is like that. And I don't know how necessarily this ties into Spider-Man, but Daredevil and Spider-Man have already met in the MCU. So like we're getting, well, at least Matt Murdock's version, right? But to me it doesn't make sense for them to go multiverse. And I think Justin and I have had this conversation before as far as saying like, give us that grounded shit. And I think I think Devil's Reign is that perfect way to give us that grounded stuff, man.
Yeah, and I mean,
if they are like hell bent on actually introducing Miles, I think, and being grounded would be better. The best way to at least introduce Miles. Give him his powers later, but at least we know who he is at that point. But I guess my question is so you're saying Sony, you don't think Sony and Marvel are really having any beef about this?
So I feel like it's one of two things. I feel like they could be beefing, but at the same time, I feel like it's an exaggeration. Like there's no, you're telling me right now, like how people are always like, sell the rights back to Marvel. If I was Sony, I'd be like, fuck you. I can own it forever. I'll put out every trash film in the world and you will never get that back. And guess what? I'm still going to make merch. I'm still going to make money because guess what? It's the Spider-Man IP. I don't care what you do. That's like Dragon Ball Z. You can put out every bull crap in the world. It's going to buy. It's going to buy. It's just what it is. So my thing is Sony could possibly be like, hey, this is what's happening. But at the end, Marvel can't produce it unless Sony lets them. Like Sony owns it. Like there's literally that contract that was leaked where they have to do a certain thing with Peter Parker. You can't do this without Peter Parker. Yep. Peter Parker has to be a male. He has to be white. He has to, not kill. He has to, all these things about him. Like, and it's like, okay, well, how are you going to do that without Sony? You're just going to make a movie. They're going to sue the shit out of you.
And that's the thing too. Like Sony, to me, if they were to ever just walk back, they will have Spider-Man. Like right now, they're throwing out mid because there's no Spider-Man in them. But the moment you get Sony to do their actual Spider-Man stuff, like then it elevates it back up to where you might not hit that billion because it's not an MCU, but it's still going to be Spider-Man movies that people are going to go and check out. Look, one other thing I wanted to ask you before we let you go.
Yeah.
I have this long-standing theory. Okay. And I'm not even 100% on this theory. I'm like maybe less than 50% on this theory that the X-Men 97 universe is taking place in the 838. Now, I saw your tweet about like them debunking the 838 being in Deadpool like a year ago.
Yeah.
Can you just elaborate on that? Because that to me might knock me down to like a 20%. I've just been hanging on to it because everything seems identical. Like I feel like a part of this theory is that the end of Captain Marvel 2 or the Marvels ends in 8382. And it to me,
but we don't know that. But we don't know that.
But that's my theory too.
But that's binary, not Captain Marvel.
But to me, like that makes so like the point that I feel like everybody's missing is that isn't Binary just a version of Captain Marvel in that universe? Like, doesn't Binary come from Captain Marvel after some type of like life altering event or something like that? It's like a offshoot of her.
But at the same time, I feel like they're I think they're I don't know. Once again, I feel like they're establishing the fact that in every single universe, Maria is supposed to be Captain Marvel, and Carol's the anomaly, kind of thing. And with the whole X-Men thing. So what happened was originally there was a plot leak that went out. It said, Wanda versus Jean Grey and all this crap, right? From what I personally actually know from Deadpool, I can say a little bit. I can't say, there's certain things I can't say because I promised certain people I wouldn't say things. Put it this way. He's going around and he's cleaning up things. So Deadpool messed up a lot of things and things are happening. They're branching and whatnot. He has to go back and clean up. I don't know. I don't exactly understand why.
Does that go back to that post-credit scene where he like even goes and shoots himself and shit?
When he was like moving stuff and getting rid of it, killing himself and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
So from what I'm aware of, just because I've literally heard somebody told me a thing and they generated the AI, so it sounded like the two characters. It was really weird. But anyways, it's Paradox and it's Wade sitting there. And they're talking about how if he doesn't help them do this, then they're his universe and he will die. They don't know why, but they just talk about he will die. And he's like, well, okay, I'm kind of a Jesus around here. And where you get that thing from the trailer. And essentially what it is at least what I think as well, too. He's going around killing different villains from different parts of time. So like Emma Corrin is Cassandra Nova, which I don't understand why they're doing Cassandra Nova at all, because she's not really his sister. But, they're going around and they're doing different things. So Cassandra Nova, Magneto, Sabretooth, Toad, and a bunch of
Again, Streamlabs. Get your shit together, Streamlabs. Get your shit together, Streamlabs.
Oh,
Streamlabs. Really, get your shit together. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta get this right here. There you go.
Bro, that's big time. And then you said something low key, man. Wait.
Which one?
We're switched up now.
Brie Larson's character.
Oh, we're switched up so bad right now.
Wait.
Well, think about it. Why was she meant to get hit? She wasn't. She mentions in the Marvels you were supposed to get hit, and she was talking to Maria.
Did. Holy shit. How do they understand the Sony universe more than Sony does? Jeez.
It's crazy. And then X-Men. Okay, so the X-Men 97 thing you're talking about, there is a 4-book prequel that's coming out next month.
Okay.
I get like this comic thing every week, which is right here, this is what Ryan Reynolds was showing. By the way, that was his little thing, but it tells you about everything that's coming out in prequels and whatnot, how it's going to build up to the next one. And essentially what I was told, and this was a while ago, I don't know how true this is anymore, that apparently somehow the X-Men 97 universe is supposed to explode and they're supposed to come into the universe. I don't know what that means. Take that as you will. I just remember watching that, and then I was listening to a scooper talk about it. I should have taken notes. This was a while ago.
Okay.
But the whole thing is they're diving into it. They're giving variants, but I don't think they're really from there because Charles is dead from Wanda.
But I feel like Charles dies all the time, and even I feel like everybody's coming back.
But have you noticed too that it's the show's not right? Charles didn't die, but he's dead in the start of the show.
Or is it?
You said you didn't watch it.
But I know the point to where he was like pulled out, like he's technically on a spaceship.
Yes, and he was getting healed. Yeah.
Look, maybe I am 838 simp, Carl. Look, I just want the 838 to matter. All right. At the end of the day, like I feel like they shouldn't have teased the 838 in Multiverse of Madness the way they did, unless they planned for it to be the 1610.
It was just to introduce the incursions, because from what I'm aware of, 838, and I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, 838 is not in this film.
Okay.
That's why that Hayfield guy, I'm gathering everything. And when he's wrong, he's done. I'm just letting you know. Like, I'm so over this guy who just takes everything and makes it up or takes from everybody. And I'm just going to blow him up. I'm going to just put a whole video together.
Look, man, why can't everybody just be like you, bro? You and I, like,
there has to be some Mike Zeros in the world.
Bro.
Oh, God, don't even talk about him.
Like, my time to shine, like, to be real, the shit that my time to shine hello says, like, I think I unfollowed her. I think I unfollowed my time to shine hello. Because to me, it's just so much bullshit. And like, how do you keep getting away with it?
And she just says random things. Like I remember I exposed her last year, and everybody was constantly like, "Oh, you're fake," because she kept stealing Star Wars stuff, and I kept copying and pasting exactly where it was from. And then I started to have people put out some fake stuff, and she was grabbing those, and she was reporting those, and I was like, oh, okay,
Damn.
and I don't care. Like I don't care like if you're genuinely not trying to take credit for stuff, but if you're kind of like a dick about it, like she's kind of a dick. Like she'll say things and then she'll comment at you for stuff. And she'll spit rumors like, "Oh, Superman Legacy, the costume's going to be huge." Where's the costume? Did we see it today? No, we just saw it. We saw it 7.
So you said Legacy. Who do you think is going to win that weekend between Superman Legacy and Fantastic Four? Like to me, that's been the most slept on. Yeah, to me, that's the most slept on thing that people have not like. I don't know how it's not taken off that we're going to be having that showdown between Fantastic Four and Superman Legacy. You think
Superman Legacy's in trouble?
Yeah.
I want to be excited. I want to, but like I feel, and that's where I'm gonna sound like a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm still gonna watch it. I feel so let down because they took out Zack Snyder. I feel so let down. like I've met the dude. I've paid to go to his big events. Like I love Zack Snyder. Like he's Raimi to me. Like yeah, I love Rebel Moon.
Oh my god.
He's Sam Raimi to me. Like those.
Okay.
Like those are my two.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be like save the Snyderverse, sell the Snyderverse, because that doesn't even make any sense. You can't sell part of a thing to another company. You can license the IP, but then it's like the way they are is just dumb. I've met all the creators of that, and I'm telling you right now, they're the most whack people I've ever met in my life. So,
chat, y'all don't feel like a year and a half is enough time for them to get done with Fantastic Four from this point on?
I feel like it's been in rewrites for so long because I mean, you can literally check back on my Twitter. I said 2 years ago, it's literally on there. You can search it up. I said they were going to go from the back in the past to the future and they were going to get lost. I don't remember where I got that. Someone sent me that and I was like, oh, and then there was like Galactus popped out and all these things. And Dr. Doom had like no role in this film. And I was like, oh, this is totally BS. But the craziest thing is this. Do any of you know who Moth Culture is?
I've heard the name.
Okay, so Moth Culture, he's on Twitter. He has like 15.4 thousand followers. Now, he used to just put out everything he got. Just to be fun, and I became really good friends with him. He's no longer Moth Culture. He's another person. But everybody was like, bullshit, you're lying, you're wrong. He showed me the Illuminati like 6 months before it was even shown in Multiverse of Madness with these bars on the screen and they were covered and the room and everything. He showed me Professor X being killed by one. And I was like, dude, you're lying. Like this is Photoshop. This guy doesn't miss. And he's no longer Moth Culture because he got too much hate. Yeah. People were so now he puts out better content that's more regulated. We talk every day, we play that new game Helldivers or whatever. But like the whole point is the scoopers that you don't think are the real ones are the real ones. The ones who really go through Reddit and 4chan every day, who grab stuff from that, who talk to those people. Not the ones who are just on here spitting BS. Like a lot of them just spit. Like it really is. That's why I grab them all. I don't believe half of them, but I grab them and then I debunk them. And then, I'm friends with Marvel Studios spoilers on Reddit and we go through all that. So
that's what I love about following you on Twitter, because like to me, like, you keep the receipts. Like, I love to see, for example, like, again, to shit on my time to shine hello. Like, I just really want to see her go away, or him, and like, it's like I just really want to see them go away. I want to see people stop away, like, they're not, but like, I want they'll go away a bit when the credibility goes away. And
dude, if Mike Zero is still kicking it, making,
but who respects Mike Zero?
Nobody, but he's still living.
You have to understand the difference between Mike Zero. So Mike Zero, what's his name? The racist white guy who was in prison, Nerdrotics, and some guy named something Izzy. He's on TikTok. Those three, what they do is they specifically go for things that are going to trigger you. Woke, Brie Larson, and Disney. And I've noticed they'll spit crap. I literally know somebody who compiled 200 Mike Zero videos together and posted them all side to side. Exact same thing. Brie Larson fired from Disney. Ryan Reynolds pissed off. The exact same video played over and over and over. It's the craziest video. Nerdrotics goes after women, color, everything. He has a big audience, but they that's the racist part of YouTube. And then the Izzy guy, bro, grabs everything you can think of. Like he was saying, Sentry's a girl. Didn't know to mention that it's in the comic book, not in the actual live action. Just people that spit stupid stuff. Or I got into a big argument the other day that I have 43K off of one video now with how Storm isn't gender bent. She just wears blazers and has a mohawk.
Dude.
Literally, people are like, "Oh, now she's gay, and now she's."
It's been like, that way from Rip. I didn't even see the show.
Yeah, I'm like, wait till you see who Iceman is, or wait till you see these characters. Like, they've never not been woke. They've always been woke. Like, it's normal. It's watch the show, read a comic book.
Yeah, I can't wait for that shit. Dude. I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to end, but I hope it does at one point. Like, we go through a cycle of shit, and I just hope I live long enough for this cycle of this to like. Whatever the resolution is, bro. Like, whatever the resolution that we're going to get through what we're going through right now, like, I just can't wait to get to that point. Like in the 90s and in the early 2000s when it was things seemed to be, like, smooth sailing. Like, I kind of want to get to that point.
Bro, even, like, 2010 to, like, 15.
Yeah, I mean, it was before Obama got let to be real, but we're not going to go there. But, dude, last thing, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
So this everything that people have been talking about Sam, about Captain Falcon being in this stuff, Are you calling Cap?
Wait, he's supposed to be in what stuff?
Like Deadpool
I'm calling
3.
Captain Falcon. Okay, so do you know why he thinks he's in in Deadpool 3?
Nah, I don't.
Let me show you the picture.
Enlighten me, please.
Let me show you the picture real quick. Deadpool. I don't even know what you'd call it. Is it a poster? So it's the poster essentially of Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're standing there. And I'm gonna save that one. That was really good. And they're standing there, and it's in yellow and red, and they're like this, and there's 5 buildings behind them. I wish I knew where that photo was. It was the first promo art they ever put out. It was in a magazine.
Okay.
Do you remember that photo? It was like, and there was these little black dots on every building. And I'm not shitting you. He said, he took a picture of all of the Avengers that are going to be in this film. It was like Sam, Shuri, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, I can't remember who else. There was 7 of them. And he said, these 9 Avengers are going to be in this film. And I said, you're lying. First of all, because that's not 9. And he messaged me and said, dude, I'm new to this. It was a typo. And I kept calling him out. He said Shuri's going to be in Doctor Strange Time Runs Out. And I said, have you ever read Time Runs Out? And he said, yeah, on freecomicbooks.com. And I said, well, are you aware that Shuri's not in that comic book? Are you aware that Doctor Strange goes into the dark dimension and sacrifices his soul? Deletes the tweet. My bad, dude. Typo. I literally have them screenshotted.
I mean, at least stand on it and be like, well, they're just going to replace T'Challa with Shuri. Yeah. Like, at least stand on it.
Here's the photo right here.
No, Vito. It can't be, Vito. It can't be the case. But, like, yeah, I just, especially when it's a slow news week, we see just a lot of bullshit come out.
I'll send it to you right now. It's right here.
Please no, Vito. Please no.
There you go. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get on the screen real quick.
Right there. It's not a big picture. I don't know why, but if you look at that picture, you can click it twice.
Oh, they got and they think that's Falcon in the background.
Yep. I mean, hey, if it is, then I'll eat my words. But I mean, it makes no sense. Like, I mean, literally, look.
I'm trying to open the image in a new tab here. I'm gonna get it open here.
You can see it right there.
I'm gonna go here, and we're just gonna zoom it.
And there's 5 dots, and those dots are supposed to be Avengers.
And then Falcon in the middle here.
Yeah, I mean the Falcon one. I mean, I don't get why he's there, and it doesn't really make sense because. So at the end of Cap 4, or point in Cap 4, he creates a team of Avengers again. Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he recruiting Deadpool and Wolverine if that takes place before? And how did he get into wherever they're at?
Facts.
It's just like there's certain things that don't make sense. This is just a picture, dude. Like, I mean, like, it's literally just a picture.
Dude, I think we just live in an era, like you said, where people are just going to take things and run with it.
Because if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's technically, if you want to be technical, wait, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It was like
There's
8.
8. There's 8 there. But in his photo, it's like, bro got Shiri. Bro got like, I'm like, why would all these characters? Shiri's not even like, she's like MIA right now.
Yeah. Shuri's
Like-
not even active right now. She's being an auntie.
Yeah.
Which I love with T'Challa Jr. Because I mean, to be real, T'Challa Jr. is going to just be able to carry on a legacy, and we won't call him T'Challa Jr. We call him T'Challa, and he can learn science from his auntie and become even more like T'Challa from the comic books and T'Challa that we got with Chadwick Boseman. But
it's fine.
So here it is, real quick, just for my last thing. The rumor reported are the 7 henchmen standing on a building. Promo art that was released last month. We have to get a tease of the new Avengers of 616 for Deadpool. Sam Wilson, Captain Marvel, Shuri, She-Hulk,
right
Ant-Man,
right here.
Torres, which is Falcon, Wasp, and Shang-Chi. First of all, that's 8.
That is wild.
And why is why Shang-Chi there? Isn't he going after the beam for the rings and all this other stuff? Like, I'm just confused. I'm like, where is this all coming from? Like, it makes no sense.
Dude, yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense at all. Like, doesn't make him, unless Deadpool ends up coming into the MCU somehow at the end of the movie, it's cool. But, yeah. So
You never know.
So, look, I'm gonna let you go here. Let me just ask you, is there anything else you want to throw out there? I mean, you know, any other nugget you want to put out there that maybe it's not on Twitter yet? Any piece
Do
of
I have
tea?
anything? Let me see.
Uh-oh, he's looking.
Give me 1 second.
Before you go, did you watch Avatar?
No. Hell no. No.
Did you watch
You
the
know
OG
what,
series?
Geeky?
Did you watch the OG series?
You don't know, no, Geeky. You don't know.
Well, hold on. Did you
Gross.
watch the OG
Wait,
series?
gross.
Madam Web.
Did
I
you-
don't want to hear it from you.
But did you
Don't
watch the OG series, Geeky?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I ain't
Okay,
watching
no,
that
no.
trash live action crap.
You went and saw Madam Web.
All right, Geeky.
It was peak.
We're not gonna keep you here for another 30 minutes.
Okay. The only thing I have
We're getting
that
into
I'm-
this.
that
We're gonna be here for another 30 minutes.
The only thing I have that I'm looking up right now that I've been learning more information about.
Y'all gonna have me go off on T'Challa tonight.
Apparently, there's a deleted scene in the original Amazing Spider-Man 2
Uh-huh.
where Gwen is saved. However, for some reason, this was removed, and they were going to mention this deleted scene in possible other films. Don't know why. I was looking into it. I started seeing these weird pictures where she's actually on the physical ground. So I'm going into that, and if I get it, I will show you guys first.
Wait,
But-
Emma Stone?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I'm
To where
saying, I
she-
I don't know.
Now that doesn't mean that she turns into
Spider-Gwen, yeah.
yeah, Spider. It doesn't mean that, but that's cool.
That's fine.
I like that. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, well, look. Hey, bro, it's
You know,
always
you
a
said
good
some
time having you in the
outlandish
building.
stuff.
Look, it's always a good time having them in the building, though, because
It is, it
we
is.
got to have somebody out here who likes Madam Web. It has to be somebody out here that we can bring on the channel.
He's the
But
one.
also as well, like I said, man, if y'all don't subscribe to my man's on YouTube, if you're not subscribed to him more importantly on Twitter, like TikTok, like all all platforms that you can find him at, then you're doing it wrong. Like my guy's stock is going up, dog. Like
Yeah, I've been seeing your shorts pop through my feed a lot more lately too.
My guy's stock is going up. So look, keep up the good work. We're big fans of the work you do, and I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Appreciate it. Have
All
a
right,
good one,
man.
guys.
Have a
Take
good
it
one,
easy,
bro.
see you.
You
Now
know,
look,
like
Justin,
Madam
you
Web.
might have to pop out and come back in, Justin, because yeah, Justin, you might have to pop out and come back in because the Streamlabs messed you up. And while you do that, I'm just gonna address some things on T'Challa real quick. Cause I see people throwing shots at the sun and shit. At the end of the day, I'm not if the fan stuff was how you was gonna handle T'Challa, and I know it's like Candyman, but I just gotta like talk on it. If the sun stuff was how you was gonna handle T'Challa, like fine, like that's how they decided to do it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. His name is T'Challa. He's too something to hide under the way, whatever. To me, it makes sense in the story for them to go with this way because they made the decision based off of a real world and emotional things that they were going through that they just couldn't handle the weight of seeing another person in the T'Challa role that moment in time. That's just what the actors felt. That's just how it went down, whether you agree with it or not. I get it because I've lost people in my life, and like I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of other people have, and they're just not showing empathy for the people that were on this cast. That's what people are really lacking here when they hate that decision is empathy. Empathy that people can't see somebody that they looked up to, the leader of that movie, the leader of that cast, the whole time they were on there. They couldn't take it. But either way, and I get it because I have empathy for what they went through. So the only way to make it make sense in the story and to continue the role, to continue the impact of what a male Black Panther, what T'Challa is to have his son take the place. Now look, I get it. You don't like anything Disney does. I get it. You want things to go however you want it to go for what type of gender you want, or you just maybe just want to say you just don't like it. I understand that. But at the end of the day, when you talk about why you don't like it, when you talk about why, you'd say this about T'Challa, not, orphan thing, or you want to go to where they're diminishing the legacy, it doesn't add up. Because when you come back to a grown-up T'Challa, who, one, learns the science from his auntie, which is something that we really never even got to see Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa do, is to have those smarts and to have that intelligent mindset. Two, he follows the same origin. He lost his father, tragically. Doesn't T'Challa in the comic books lose his father? I don't know. He's a bloodline throne king to Wakanda. Straight to the throne. So I'm just a bit confused as to how when we get to see a grown-up T'Challa, how that's going to be any different than the T'Challa that we get in comics. I'm just saying. It's the legacy that's important for me. It continues to carry on the legacy. I don't give a damn if his dad's name is not T'Chaka. All right. At the end of the day, that's not the main thing of T'Challa. The main thing of T'Challa is to carry on that, one, the representation, two, just the power and the lore that T'Challa has when it comes to being that smart, intelligent king. That's it. Why bring in a whole new T'Challa? It's a lame excuse to kill T'Challa, then name it. It's not a lame excuse, Cornelius. It's back to that thing of empathy. There's a reason why that happened. It's not like they decided to recast it. Like, I don't know how we continue to miss that point that a person died and that the people on the cast really had a relationship with this person and they just couldn't stand to see somebody else in that role. I don't know where. I'm sorry. Like, have you lost somebody, Cornelius? Seriously, have you lost somebody in your life close to you? Would you want to see them? Would you want to see a stranger in their same clothes just a couple months later? It's empathy. Like, again, you can agree with the decision. I mean, I'm team, like, I wish we could have not recasted T'Challa, but I understand the decision. And at the end of the day, that decision has been made. And at the end of the day, that's a decision we're going to go forward. Now, when they reboot, I don't think they're going to continue to do the T'Challa's son. But if they do, the only way I have an issue with it is if he does not live up to the legacy of what T'Challa is presented with in the comics. And like I said, to be real, when you want to come with me to this pro-black shit, if you want to say they're doing this shit to diminish black representation, look at the fucking company that's making these movies.
I mean, that part.
Look at the fucking companies that's making these movies. They're not going to do what you want. So, yeah.
What sparked the T'Challa's part again?
Because I said T'Challa coming back in the reboot, and like she said, like my man She Dressed Me says, you say one thing about T'Challa, and it's like the Candy Man. They said one thing like T'Challa, it's like the Candy Man.
That I just frankly don't care much about anymore. But
yeah, I don't either. But I can still get triggered by shit.
I know.
I can still get triggered by shit. To me, at this point, it's like hating that decision. And like I said before, it's kind of like, shouting out John McCain.
C-Dub, you take that back. We never speak about that again. Jesus.
I lost my uncle who was a pastor from a few conditions, but yes, it's not the same. It's lame. I mean, I know people who I know churches where a pastor dies and they cover the seat for months and nobody sits in that seat. They'll have an interim pastor come in and take the role, but nobody sits in that seat for months.
We're also not thinking about, bro, they also had a deadline.
Mm-hmm. The show, in some way, the show must go on.
The show must go on. Did they rush the process of doing it? Yes, they did. But we're
Ray, I
bitching
agree.
about look.
Ray,
We're
I agree,
bitching
Ray.
about this, but look, they don't like. We're not even gonna get another Black Panther movie before they probably reboot. Like, what are we really upset about? We're not gonna see this kid. Like, let's be completely real. So, like,
And I definitely agree, Ray. They should have just, you know, maybe
in
suspended it
hindsight, they should
indefinitely.
have taken the
Yeah.
time to like grieve it
heal.
out and
Come back.
and come back with, you know, a
Yeah.
recast. But
Yeah.
it's past that. They did what they had to do, and honestly, it's like understandable because of the circumstances. It's just like, why we bitching, bro? We're never gonna see that kid again. Let's be completely real. We're not.
And I'm gonna be real. Even if we do, like, I don't give a damn if he's an adult and he and he embodies what T'Challa is in the comics. Who gives a damn if he's not the son of T'Challa?
Again. Like, let's be real.
I'm
We're
just
never
saying.
seeing that kid
We
again.
might. There's a possibility we might. I can't say we're never.
I don't think so. We'll hear him
I can't
as
say
a
we're
voice actor
never.
before we see him out there.
I don't
again.
see how we can see Shuri and not see him again.
We can see Shuri because you can easily detach Shuri.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily want to see Shuri again.
I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. I saw enough. I was
don't.
like, they should have had Lupita be Black Panther.
Oh no!
At
Don't
that
even say
point,
that,
bro.
bro.
You want to know why? You want to know why I say this?
Why?
The pure cheekage.
The pure cheek is in the suit. Okay.
Yes.
You just want to
like,
see the ass in the suit.
Okay, like, let's be real. Let's be completely real. If you saw Letitia in that suit, are you intimidated at all?
No, I
No,
don't. Nothing. I
no,
don't want no part.
Not
of
at
Lupita.
all.
But
If I see
you're right.
Lupita,
If I see the bunda,
she's
if I see
let's
the
be
bunda
real,
on
let's be
Lupita in
real.
that suit,
She's a unit, right? She's a unit of a woman.
She
like
is.
she come through, she's fucking you up.
they still out there, Ray.
Scared of fucking Letitia. I'm sorry. Like, even my mom, bro. Even my mom was like, "Poor thing is too damn skinny for that." like.
Shuri wasn't
Even
even in
in
the
a
comics.
buck, man.
And look, you remember that time even and Cornelius might when that girl from that Netflix show, and I can't even call her name, Michaela Cole, she was rumored to be in there, and they was going through the whole thing of what role she could be, and like Shuri, Latia Wright was going through the thing of like her issues. So like, yo, if they replaced her then I could see that Black Panther. Like I could see Michaela Cole
could
being
too.
the Black Panther. Like I could see that better. But yeah, Cornelius, I agree. Just reboot the shit, and I think that's what that's what they're gonna do. But I just want to prepare y'all like on where Marvel's head is and how highly they regard Chadwick Boseman. Do not be surprised if they take this story of the son and continue to go down the road of it. And again, like it'll just be more of a respect to Chadwick Boseman type thing. But don't be surprised if that's what they do. And I don't even like the thing is I don't as long as he embodies the legacy of T'Challa, his name is going to be T'Challa. If the only thing that's different is that his dad's name is going to be T'Challa as well. Like that's what are we talking about?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like what are we like,
Another
bro?
topic, bro.
Yeah, what are we talking? But look, either way, I hate that. I hate
the
that.
passion.
I hated that I got off track there. It's kind of just my fault because I said like I will own the blame for getting off track there because that was me. That was on me. But I will also any chance I get, I will shit on recast T'Challa at this point. Any chance I get.
Someone put Bryce Dallas Howard as Hillary. Dude, yes, Hillary Duff is thick as fuck now, bro.
Hillary Duff as Mystique.
Shit, she's a beauty. Chill.
Hillary Duff as Mystique, fam.
Look, I would have loved to see Hillary Duff as Sue Storm, bro.
You did not cause this. You did not cause this, Cornelius. I don't think you did. Let me scroll back up to the comments. I don't think.
Just leave it at this.
No. Cornelius did cause it because he said Tootsie Roll.
Debate.
He said Tootsie Roll. Cornelius did call it Tootsie Roll. Oh, damn it! Damn you, Cornelius. Damn you, Cornelius. Yeah, it was you. He said Tootsie Roll. Yeah, that was Cornelius.
Vita's down for the thickness. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hillary Duff is.
You want to get down with the thickness.
bro. Oh my! I don't know why my like when I scroll through Facebook, it's been showing more and more of Hillary Duff. But my lord,
C-Dub is not weekly. It's more like bi-monthly. It's like every 2 months. It's like every 2 months.
Space chill.
What's face say? Hillary Duff can catch child support from. Hey,
True.
hey.
True and real. Same thing with Bryce Dallas Howard, bro.
Look. I don't.
How does she not have a
I'm not
character
really
in
on the
Marvel
Bryce.
yet, man?
I'm not really on the Bryce Dallas Howard train like that.
I am.
Like, let me look her up. I haven't seen enough.
Mm,
I haven't seen
definitely
enough.
have not.
Because all I've seen so far is the face, and it's like, okay, yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't.
I have a thing for redheads too, man.
Okay, that's you then. Because I just don't.
No. There's
because like there was no moment when I was watching Jurassic World, like Jurassic Park or whatever that series is. I was like, damn,
you ain't looking
bad.
at the right angles, my friend.
She looking so in this picture that I got right here, she's giving a lot of what's that girl's name? Drew Barrymore. Is her name Drew Barrymore? The big one from the thicker one from Charlie's Angels.
I don't fucking know. I didn't watch Charlie's Angels, man. But
this picture right here, she's giving that the bigger like. This what you clamoring about, bro?
I don't know what picture you're looking at.
Oh, you'll see it in a second. Drew Barrymore,
Yeah,
right?
That's not a good picture.
This picture she's giving Drew Barrymore.
That one was not a good picture. You picked like the worst picture possible.
Okay, maybe I did it on purpose.
You 100% picked like the most unflattering picture possible of that one.
Maybe I did that on purpose.
You should feel ashamed of yourself, you know?
Maybe I did that on purpose.
You did. I know you probably did.
Let me see if there's another one out here.
Anyway, get us back on topic, bro.
We don't have a topic at this point.
Yeah, we do.
What's the next topic?
I haven't.
All right, how about this one, Justin? It's the same dress, just a different angle.
I'm still waiting.
Are you waiting for a turnaround shot? Do I just need to Google?
I have no problem with that one at all, but like you're still just not doing the justice pictures. Like you're not seeing them.
Okay.
Chat knows, man.
Okay. So just because we're doing this, hope my wife doesn't click on the stream. Is that what you're looking at? Is that better?
I have to literally wait.
He has to wait to catch up because Streamlabs doesn't let him watch.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You see what we're clamoring about? Like, yeah.
I mean, it's there. I'm not impressed.
It's there. It's prevalent.
I'm not impressed. All
right, bro.
That's that's it. All right. Yeah, I mean, Space coming in. He go from 6 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. I mean, there's no Hillary Duff.
Kendall's being a hater right now. It's okay, guys. We still love him, Ben.
I mean, I see it. Okay.
It's prevalent.
I see it, but I mean, not to be that guy, but you gotta. If you like that, you gotta come with it. You know what I mean? A certain type of group of females. It's like if you want me to clamor over, you gotta come with it. Your shit's on the curve, and you gotta come with it. But either way, subliminals. Dude, that was a good conversation with Geeky Cast.
It really was. He's always a good interview. Yeah, he was a little outlandish with some of the Madam Web takes, in my opinion, but I also have not seen it.
So this video that I've been hearing people talk about could Marvel sue Sony for the rights to Spider-Man after Madam Web? Have you watched that video?
No, I have not.
I keep hearing people clamor about it. You want to watch it? So this is from Screen Crush. Screen Crush has put out a video after watching Madam Web saying that, you know what? Marvel should actually sue them to get the rights back for Spider-Man. I haven't had... Oh, shit. This shit's 28 minutes.
Get like the gist of it.
Let's get the gist of it. Yeah, let's get the gist of it.
Carl, no, because the chat getting a little too crazy.
Hey,
right
welcome
now.
back, Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy. Guys, we have to talk about the aftershocks of Madam Web. The movie was beyond a bomb. theater owners were actually saying that they could literally track people returning their tickets after the reviews came out. The movie might end up being a camp masterpiece you watch because it's so bad it's good, but like for casual Marvel fans, this has tainted the Marvel brand. The damage is so bad, it has us thinking, could Marvel actually sue Sony over how bad Madam Web is? Later, I'm going to bring on a friend of the channel and lawyer, Mike Mazzella, to discuss how all this could really play out.
Wait a minute, why would Marvel want to sue Sony?
Well, buddy, there have been reports for a while now that Marvel and Sony are disagreeing over
Victoria Monet as Monique, Mystique. Bro, I think I'd actually like her. So you know, Anatolia Joy is supposed to be like Silver Surfer. Aside from Meg Thee Stallion being Silver Surfer's body, I wouldn't mind Victoria Monet being Silver Surfer. She looked like she got the body for that. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Cornelius, damn you today.
for Spider-Man's future in the 4th Tom Holland movie. Now look, much about this new dispute is unknown right now, but it's becoming increasingly clear that Sony is not good at making standalone Spider-Man movies, and that they are overall harming the Marvel brand. Now Marvel has been trying to repurchase Spider-Man from Sony for years, and with the news of this latest spat, fans are going to be wondering what it's going to take for Sony to finally cave and let the wall crawler go home to his own universe. So today we're going to ask, what would happen if Marvel pushed the envelope by suing Sony over the Spider-Man IP? And if Marvel sues, would they have a case? Would they be successful? Now, you probably already know a bit about the history between...
All right, Vito, I'm sorry, Justin, I got to start the video again. Vito, I'm not saying Meg Thee Stallion's voice should be Silver Surfer. Let's imagine Meg Thee Stallion's body as Silver Surfer. Then come back and get with me.
I don't understand. I thought
I
Marvel
like Black Cat, though.
Spider-Man.
The Black Cat
well,
thought.
look,
That's cool.
a lot of you probably already know about the sordid history between Sony and Marvel, but just in case, here's a quick recap of how we got to this very messy place. In the 1990s, the comic book industry hit a pretty big slump, causing Marvel to actually file for bankruptcy. And then Marvel started selling off the film and television rights of their most popular characters, including Spider-Man. Sony bought the exclusive rights to make Spider-Man movies and TV shows.
Wow, I mean, Spider-Man's pretty popular. That must have cost them a fortune.
Actually, no. Marvel was desperate for cash, kind of like if you've ever had to pawn your comics to pay your rent.
All I got is this 20 for the rest of the week.
I'm going to speed it up
Sorry, doesn't pay the rent.
because we know this
Marvel
stuff right
sold
here.
the film and TV rights for Spider-Man to Sony for only $7 million.
We know this part. Y'all mind if I speed it up?
Nah, man, that may sound like a lot of money to you and me, but for a major movie studio like Sony Pictures, it was a drop in the bucket. Even adjusted for inflation, by today's dollars, Sony only had to pay a little over $13 million for the right to control and profit from every Spider-Man movie and TV project forever, with a few requirements that we're going to talk about later.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got.
This deal applied to not only Peter Parker's
they got that
Spider-Man,
shit
but
for
also to more than
13
900
million.
Spider-Man
Absolutely
adjacent
absurd.
characters.
Oh, like Venom and Morbius and Madam Web?
That's right, high five. If I can editorialize a little bit here, it does seem like making Spider-Man adjacent films that stretch out the IP are becoming like an addiction for Sony. And I can relate. I have struggled with a variety of oral fixation habits for years, like stress eating or just like constantly snacking on sweets.
Oh, you do like a sweet tooth, don't you?
I do like a sweet tooth, thanks Doug. But now I've replaced my bad, gross habits with a positive one by switching to Fume. They're the sponsor of this video.
Oh, is that a vape?
No man, this is not a vape. It is not electronic and it does not have pods filled with potentially harmful chemicals. Instead, it has these plant-based cores that are infused with natural flavors, and this creates natural flavored air. My favorite flavor is crisp mint, and it even freshens my breath.
Oh yeah, you smell great.
Thanks, man. You smell great too. I really appreciate the compliment. You see, Fume uses plants and behavioral science to swap out your negative habit for a positive one. It's a perfect way to change your life. Plus, it has adjustable
skip this
airflow and is designed with movable
Oh, it's
parts
an
and
ad right
magnets
here?
for fidgeting.
You just read
Giving your
up
Adidas, your Fume, thousands of lives and screen crush. Neat cores, code screen crush. In the early 2000s, Sony began making Spider-Man
Here we
movies,
go.
and the
This is
first
the good
two
part,
were
fellas
really great.
and
But
ladies.
as the years went on, the movies got worse.
I'm gonna kill the light. Everyone in the city is gonna know how it feels to live in my world.
At this
Hold up. Now, is he saying that was worse? Because I'm going to be real. I really liked what Jamie Foxx did in that movie.
I mean, it wasn't great, but like Jamie Foxx was definitely not the problem in that one.
He was like, I feel like Jamie Foxx carried that movie a bit. Like, the first time I watched it, I was like, yo, this is whack. But then when I came back to watch it again, and like I really saw like how Jamie Foxx was like killing the role as that nerd, like you know, just being the ultimate like geeky guy, like being not getting the glasses knocked off. Like
he bodied his
he
performance.
killed that Jane, bro. He killed that Jane. So yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like those movies really get a lot of retroactive love. But anyway,
Same time, Marvel Studios was supposed to
Space is
set a
right.
new
Like, it
industry
wasn't Jamie.
standard for
Jamie
what a
wasn't
great
Jason.
superhero movie could be and how much they could gross. Sony's failures combined with the
Damn sure
MCU's
wasn't Jamie.
historic success motivated Sony to negotiate a sharing agreement with Marvel in 2015, whereby Marvel could include Spider-Man in the MCU movies, but Marvel would only get to keep 5% of the initial box office returns. So after releasing Homecoming and Far From Home, with, by the way, Far From Home being the first Spider-Man movie to ever gross over $1 billion, Marvel felt like they had breathed new life into the character and that the 5% they were receiving was not enough.
Where's the money?
Sony.
So Marvel proposed changing the terms of the deal so both studios would receive a 50-50 split of the profits. Sony did not like this idea, and rather than renegotiate, Sony canceled the deal entirely. Now, you remember here on the channel, we were
Pause,
outraged.
Vito.
All fans were outraged over the news that Tom Holland's Spider-Man would no longer be in MCU movies. And we were not quiet about that. We actually made a whole video about how much it sucked. Now, in response to the backlash, Sony decided to return to the negotiating table, and a new sharing agreement was executed, giving Marvel Studios 25% of the profits. So this deal is what allowed Marvel Studios to make No Way Home, a film that not only grossed over $1 billion again, but epitomized what can happen when a filmmaker has access to a broad catalog of past work. No Way Home wasn't only a good Spider-Man movie, but also a showcase to celebrate the Sony Spider-Man movies and characters of the 2000s and 2010s. It demonstrated that great things can happen when these two studios play nice and work together.
Sounds okay, then what's the problem?
Well, now they are not working so well together. New reports out of Hollywood are saying that Sony Pictures CEO Tom Rothman is pushing Kevin Feige to speed up the production and release.
And thanks to us, and thanks to us and bringing in my man's Geeky Cast, we know that's more than likely Cap.
Yeah. Well, like, even if it's not Cap, right? Bro, Disney is like Marvel, Disney, or whatever. They're losing so much money from that, bro. It sucks for them, man. It's a shitty deal for them. 5% was insane because that's all Sony has to live off of. That's the only reason why people are even contemplating about going to see Madam Web. Like,
Facts. And yeah, I just leave it. Like, to me, it seems more like creative differences. Like, if it's something to where they're actually beefing, I don't see Kevin Feige or these executives being those people knowing the elite culture we live in, like, to be in a room where people are around to actually be talking shit, like, to actually be beefing. Like, I don't see that being something that they allow to go down. Like, I'm sorry. So, like, for a scooper to be talking about, like, there's, like, beef behind the scenes, I don't know. Like, to me, that doesn't necessarily add all the way up because they are aware that people are always listening and are going to always leak shit, especially when it comes to the Spider-Man stuff in Sony, because that's the biggest ticketed item out there right now.
well, here's the only reason I could kind of believe it.
Huh?
The reason I could kind of believe it is seeing that number, 5%. Like, bro, if they were making 5%, that's insane.
Right off the movies?
That's, yeah.
No, they make
Said
25%.
Well, now, but
Yeah,
now,
but at the beginning,
even
yeah.
then, that's robbery, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like right now.
Fucking
So like
robbery.
that Tom Rothman stuff that he was just talking about. I don't think we got to it on what we were watching, or like how you were
Yeah,
watching.
either way,
Yeah.
to me, that is a fucking robbery. If that's,
Yeah, that was a
and I
robbery.
would be asking to negotiate too.
They're back
And
at
I
20.
can see that bringing.
I think you'll see him when we catch up. Like it was at 25%.
Yeah, I saw that part. I
Okay,
saw it was
okay,
at 25, but at first it was at 5%. That's
Yeah.
insane.
A different creative direction. Reportedly, Sony wants to bring back Tobey and Andrew for a kind of live-action Spider-Verse, while Marvel wants a street-level movie where Spider-Man and Daredevil fight the Kingpin. These rumors ring kind of true to me because Sony has shown in the past that they are willing to overstuff a Spider-Man movie with too many characters. It also makes sense that they would want to try to repeat the success of Spider-Man No Way Home in the Into the Spider-Verse films. And reportedly, the failure of Madam Web has Sony panicking, and they are desperate for a hit. Sony wanted their own cinematic universe,
But I think a bunch of guys like us should team up and do some good.
but now they have to realize that they need Marvel for these films to be successful. And this is ironic because the theme of Madam Web was, with great responsibility, great power will come. But that's clearly not the case for Sony. I mean, they own Spider-Man, and with that is a great responsibility to make top-notch movies that do that character justice. But despite this great responsibility, Sony appears powerless to make a decent film without the help of Marvel Studios.
So why doesn't Kevin Feige just tell Sony, hey buddy, take a hike?
Because Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man movies, and they're not not willing to give those rights back without a fight. The business relationship between Sony and Marvel has always been strained, but now the combination of Sony's movies performing poorly, mounting pressure from fans, and new disagreements over the business and creative aspects of Spider-Man 4 might finally push this sharing agreement to its breaking point. But since Sony will likely refuse
I think we're finally
going to
get to the part where he's actually like, can they sue them?
Could Marvel sue Sony for misusing and degrading the Spider-Man IP? And could they succeed in their goal of reacquiring their star character? Here to discuss is Screen Crush contributor, Spider-Man superfan, and lawyer Mike Mazzella. So, Mike, tell me what this is the weirdest deal ever that Marvel has with Sony.
Can I just say this was like an 8-minute intro?
Yeah.
It seems like Sony just got everything out of it initially. Can you walk me through how this works and why Sony has to keep pumping a Spider-Man movie out all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, again, we don't have an exact copy of what the agreement is between these companies. We are kind of piecing together what we can glean from the internet, from reports, and from the leaks that came out a few years back.
The North Korea, after the interview. Oh, some of those emails were so embarrassing.
Very embarrassing, and not great. Not a great look for Marvel or for Sony. One of the things that got a lot of attention at that time was this requirement in the contract. They called it a character morality trait requirement, saying that Peter Parker couldn't torture people or couldn't murder people. And then there were also some other ones in there about what his race or sexual orientation or gender had to be, and that drew some ire. Yeah. But the thing that's important in that part of the contract as it applies to this is that it actually gave Marvel the right to enjoin Sony from putting out movies if they violated those character morality traits. And so typically in the law, you would have different types of remedies, right? So there's financial remedies, you can get damages, you can have them pay you money. But another type of relief is injunctive relief, which basically means you go to a court and you ask the judge to issue an order preventing someone from doing something. And so
wait
Marvel...
a minute. You're telling me that there was a clause in this contract, per the leaks, the 2015 and other information we claimed,
as far as we know,
if Sony were to make Spider-Man gay or black or torture people, and presumably a list of other things that, I mean, the first two are pretty horrible for that to be mentioned in there, but that they could actually get financial compensation from Sony for this.
Not only financial compensation.
Hold on. I just noticed that too, right? He said gay or black or murder people. Like, yo, that's a leap. That was a leap. That part had me weak. I'm sorry. That just made me chuckle. Like, yeah, dog. That's a wild group, bro. That's a wild group.
But again, that injunctive relief that they could prevent Sony from releasing a movie, and I should say there too that those specifically applied to Peter Parker's Spider-Man, not other variations of Spider-Man.
Okay, so Miles Morales could. Okay,
of
that's
course,
dummy.
Better.
Yes.
Okay.
So the injunctive relief is really important though, because if Marvel can say to Sony, you just spent all of this time and money producing this movie, you put all this money into the marketing, and now we have a court order saying you can't release it, they're losing money on that movie. Although at this point, Sony's Spider-Verse movies, not the animated Spider-Verse movies, but the live-action movies
which are amazing,
seem to be losing money anyways. But there is a requirement in the contract when they bought the rights from Marvel initially in the 90s saying that there's this release schedule. You need to release a movie every so often or the rights are going to revert back to Marvel. We saw the same thing with, the Fantastic Four agreement, which then led to, not the best movies. And that's the problem.
Daredevil as well. And I think all those movies had a similar clause, right? Some of them are different, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's what then causes studios to say, okay, well, we need to rush and we need to get a movie out quick or we're going to lose the rights to this character. And weirdly enough...
Which is why they made Raimi rush Spider-Man 4 and he walked off the project. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. And weirdly enough, I think that in Madam Web, the reason why we have just a little hint of Peter Parker, just a little Peter Parker baby in it, is if Marvel does not bend the knee to Sony and push up the release date of Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, that they could arguably go back and say, oh no, we had Spider-Man in a movie. We had him in Madam Web. He was a baby. He didn't have any lines, but he was there. You know, it was like
sneaky
it's like a
bastards.
Spider-Man LaCroix, just a hint of Spider-Man. But he's
But
in
they
there. You know
never
he's there.
in that movie
Like,
though. They
smart,
never
but
act
fuck
like
y'all.
Spider-Man
Fuck
LaCroix.
Sony.
Yeah.
And that, I like LaCroix though. In that movie though, they never actually say his name. They have this whole guessing the baby's name, and they're really
Yeah,
coy
so
about
weird.
it. So
So,
that is
so
a
weird.
whole thing too. Where imagine we get a situation where Marvel and Sony are in court, which I want to touch on in a second if this lawsuit how it could work. Imagine they're in a situation in court where it's like, Your Honor, they never addressed the infant in the movie as Peter Parker. This could be easily any other Parker baby. We just, like the fact that it could be in a court of law, the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, has to hear about Sony v. Marvel Peter Parker in Madam Web. It's so strange.
That would be amazing, honestly. That's the whole
What's
reason
going
I
on, Green
became a
Bear?
lawyer, just for that one specific possible instance. So, Marvel, Sony, if you're out there and you're
GBZ
listening,
in the building.
hit me up.
It'd be the first Supreme Court hearing with a
Mafia.
cosplay audience.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Now, if I'm understanding right, they have all these clauses that Marvel could, do an injunction and sue them. We think, yeah, it seems like, and some of them make sense. Like, you don't want Peter Parker to be an anti-hero bad guy who.
All right, we'll stop it right there. So it seems to me that they would, one, sue them on not making enough movie, try to get stuff back on not making enough movies, and then two, try to sue them for what kind of damages, right? And I'm gonna check out the rest of this video later. Justin,
Yes.
Carl said it in the chat. Could you do? We're getting everything back in Marvel. Could you do could you do a few years without Spider-Man in the MCU, and let Sony fall flat on his face? Like, is that a worthy sacrifice?
It almost seems like we'd have to, right?
It seems like we'd have to.
Because I mean, bro,
talk about it.
If this is what we have to deal with when it comes to a fight every time after a movie comes out, wondering either way if we're gonna get a movie anyways, we might as well just wait it out and let them fuck themselves over. Because I'll be honest, it sucks for Tom, but if there's a Spider-Man 4 that comes out and it's strictly Sony, I'll wait for that thing to come out on DVD.
Yeah.
Or streaming or whatever.
I mean, I can see that. I could also see myself going to go see the movie. But, like, I would be more apt if there's something going on with, like, the Spider-Verse, right? But to me, the Spider-Verse is an anomaly. Just like similar to the Infinity Saga, I don't see how they follow up the Spider-Verse saga in the animated world. Like, let's look at it this way. And I ask you this. Like, do you think there's even a feature for what they're doing with this animated stuff and for the Spider-Verse after they're done with the saga here? Like, do you even think they can bring back that magic?
There is, but, like, it's their job to fucking figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for me and you, like, this isn't our job to do this. So, like, maybe it's a little bit harder because we're not supposed to be thinking about this every damn day. That's their literal job, to think about this every day of what the future looks like. Me and you could probably come up with something if we thought about this every day.
I have come up with something tonight.
Fire. But with Sony, bro, I don't have any like hope in them being able to pull something off that's really thought out and really well done.
But you know what? Maybe the thing that's holding Sony back is Spider-Man being in the MCU. Because, like, if they can do something beautiful like what they've done with Across the Spider-Verse in the Spider-Verse saga, if they have the full-on creative control of Spider-Man and they know Spider-Man is in his own individual universe, which, again, to me at this point, that's more leaning towards Marvel's side, because you can't just go giving us Spider-Man interacting with the Avengers, Spider-Man interacting with all these other heroes, while you want to revert back to him just being Spider-Man in his own little pocket. Like, I don't think that's something that the fans will really kind of get to, because even when Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man was coming out in 2014, there's a feeling of wanting that crossover. Even even remember, like, with Batman, like, we're at the point now where we want to see things cross over. I feel like even back when, like, Batman was coming out with Batman Rises, what I had that thought in the back of my mind of, like, okay, now where's Superman? So yeah, I think it'd be the best move if we really wanted to end this shit. Like, we really wanted to get Marvel full control back. Feige, let him go. Make that sacrifice play. And if you're hurting, they're going to be hurting. So here's the thing. Sony going to be hurting no matter what. Like, if Feige lets them get Spider-Man back, Sony going to be hurting. They might get one good movie off, but after that, they're going to be hurting. So Marvel, if Feige hurts without Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying, you can go back to the table and get him back, and you maybe have more leverage. But to me, like, it's a worthy sacrifice. It's a worthy sacrifice to just let them go off to the wind and to let Sony fall on their face.
It is, but man, the fact that we as fans have to pay for this shit is very annoying. And again, like, Sony, what the fuck y'all doing, man? Y'all can't even connect y'all's. That's why I don't believe they would be able to do it. They can't even connect their own shit right with their animated shit. Like, again, I asked Geeky this, but it's like, why the fuck?
Well, they said it's not connected.
Four...
They said it's not connected, though. They said it has nothing to do with anything else, and Madam Web is in its own circle.
But I thought at first it was supposed to.
It was supposed to be at first, but no, it's not okay.
Exactly. It's like, okay, y'all couldn't fucking make it work. And then they had to fucking go through the whole rabbit hole of, oh, yeah, this is going to connect to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, no. This is going to connect to Andrew Garfield. And then they go through Tom Holland, and now it's nobody. Like, no, fuck Sony, bro. They're so stupid.
I mean, and for real, too, we still got another fucking week till we get our new game plus and those mid-ass suits.
And that's all it is. It's suits.
and new game plus. Like, it ain't even no new DLC. Like, fucking
it's
new
two
story.
Suits. Fucking trash-ass company.
But look, I want to end the stream on a high note tonight. And that high note is on Monday, we're going to be coming in here, and there's going to be, I guarantee you on Monday, there will not be Marvel on the thumbnail. There will not be Star Wars on the thumbnail. There will be Timothy Charlemagne on the thumbnail. Justin, I never asked you this, but where are you on Dune and the franchise? Like, do you like the first Dune?
I didn't see the first Dune.
Do you have any interest in Dune?
Not really, but the way let me say this, the way C-Dub was talking about it,
what's going on?
I kind of want to go see it.
Bro, look, first of all, the first Dune, I'll give you my experience of the first Dune. The first Dune, I watched it the first time. I fell asleep on it. I had to watch it like 5 times to finish it because it is like a 2-hour some movie, and you know how I am with them long movies, right? So, like, I was like, this is all right. Like, it's slow, it's whatever. But then I went and watched it again, and things made more sense. Things made a lot more sense the second time I went and watched it. It's this world building, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you're kind of understanding the lays of the land and what's actually going on with, like, the visions and everything. The third time I watched it, I was in love. And I would go back and watch it any day. Any week, any time of the day. If you want to say watch Dune, I'm throwing it on. That being said, we heard rumblings of Dune 2 being a masterpiece. We've heard rumblings of Dune 2 being the next coming of movie Jesus or whatever. Bro, let me just pull this up here. 97% fucking on both sides. 97% on both sides.
That's fucking insane. That's insane, man.
That's fucking insane. Look, we got C-Dub saying he saw it today. He said you guys have to see it, especially in theater. I'm gonna work my way over there to see it tomorrow. We got Nermop saying I just got back from seeing part 2. It was sick. I'm telling you, this will win 3+ Oscars in 2025, bro.
Damn. That's some high praise, man. That is some high praise.
Oh, no, I was getting back to it, but he said christening the supers. I said that. I said I shouted it out for the $5. I appreciate the $5 holler. But yeah, Lord Vito, he already christened the supers for the night. So you're a little late. You're a little late. Making assumptions, Green Bear. And what does Drake say? I don't respect assumptions. Right, respect the $5 holler. Appreciate it. But look, man.
We appreciate that, man.
What do you want to do? You want to see what some of the audience is saying, or you want to see what some of the critics are saying?
I kind of want to see what some of the audience is saying.
Let's see what some of the audience is saying.
Because it means more to me about what the audience is saying, kind of.
Why zoom in on their shoulders during fight scenes other than that? 9.9 out of 10. You're telling me the first comment that we're reading here is a negative comment about them zooming in on shoulders?
It's kind of like a
fight?
backhanded comment, bro.
But it's a 9.9 out of 10. Come on now. I loved it. I'm going to watch it again. IMAX is a must. Doom Point 2 is a solid movie with a few surprises, man. This movie makes you want to ride a sandworm. Not sure which is the bigger sadist in the movie, Austin Butler or Timothy Chalamet. Actually, I need to look up what a sadist means. I've heard that, but it's like sadist is one of those words like that I hear. A person who derives pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from inflicting pain and humiliation on others. Okay, I get that. That's like you had to look up. Nah, like let's be real here.
That's out of pocket.
Look, I'm gonna be real here. I just she ain't my cup of tea, bro. She's just not my cup of tea. Do she got a little booty back there? Yeah. But she just Bryce Dallas Howard. She's not my cup of tea, man.
She doesn't have. Don't disrespect her. It's not a little booty back there. That's
No, I wasn't calling it little. I was just saying she, is back there.
I know what you said. But
brilliant adaptation of the source material for the big screen. More focused on Paul's story than in 1984. Scenes were well designed and well shot. Don't like the CGI. Actors did a great job bringing their characters into the story. For the length, there are not many unnecessary scenes or shots. I love that. But there are parts of the story that are overlooked to keep the story much more concise than the book. You know what? I love that comment right there. How long is this movie? 2 hours and 46 minutes. God damn.
That's a fucking long movie, bro.
But they're saying
that's a long ass fucking movie.
That is a long movie. I'll give them that. That is a very long movie. That will break a record. Well, no, Endgame was that long. Damn, are you telling me I need to go see when this movie coming out? Like when this movie showing?
You need
tomorrow.
to go see this like in the morning. That's what you need to do. You gonna be. Well, it might be the most action-packed, great movie too, but it's so damn long.
Well, dude, I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna take a smoke break. My month break is over tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like my break is over tomorrow. And yeah, dude, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
That's a long ass time, man. That is a long ass time.
That's Endgame. And I fell asleep in Endgame. I did fell asleep in Endgame. All right, it don't show until 3:45 locally in my one spot. Let me look in my other spot, the bigger theater. See if it shows earlier there, because I think it will. And I actually might want to go see it because I do want that popcorn box. At the other theater that I don't want to. Well, I'm in, it's a theater in Greensboro, North Carolina. Let me see what yo, the N on my computer, the N. Right now? I mean, I don't give a fuck. Pull up on me. Pull up on me and see what's good. Okay, so it comes out at like 1 o'clock tomorrow. I can swing that. There's a 1 o'clock showing. I just gotta do a press release tomorrow, so I could make that 1 o'clock showing. I might pull that off. That's Red Cinemas. Where's the Okay, the Regal shit. Oh, bet. There's a lot of time, so I can go see at 12 o'clock. Okay.
Why did she come out? Pino.
Why did she come out at Sexy 3 Sepia? Who did?
He's talking about Zendaya.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, because I think they do have on that gold stuff in that thing, right? The gold suit. Yeah, so I got, damn, they're loaded. I got 11:30, 12:30, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1:30. Yeah, I can definitely be there, get there in time and experience that, and then I could even pick up the kids. What does a rail mean? She's a rail. That means she can just get.
She's very small, slender.
Okay, she is
Yeah, she is. She's beautiful. Just very slender.
like a Coy Leray. Little cutlets.
Yeah, she need to be on the cornbread diet, bro. She need to be on that Bryce Dallas Howard diet, if you know what I'm saying.
So did Bryce Dallas Howard get thick after?
Yes, she did.
After. So
Yeah.
it's more than like, did she get married? It's like happiness thickness, or is it just like with age thickness?
I don't know, but it's right. It's right.
Y'all can have Bryce Dallas. I would not fight anybody over her. So this one person said superb. Everything that makes cinema. Whoa, everything that makes cinema great is in this movie. The acting, special effects, score is incredible. But somebody said something about cinema. Okay. People are loving this movie. Godly, otherworldly, wow. Here's the thing. Justin, it's WB. What's going on, Trev? What's popping?
What's up, Trev?
Here's the thing. It's WB. WB don't know how to let shit live and let live. You know what I mean?
That is true.
They got one more movie after this with Denis Villeneuve. Denny Villeneuve, right? Yo. I'm like, are they going to make a series out of this? Well, like, what are they going to try to do to make bread? Like, because you know it's not going to, like, just let it live and let it die. I wish they could just let this movie, like, this franchise just be like the trilogy and let it run out the way it's supposed to be. But it's always the issue of when these things go on past to when they were supposed to go on. Maybe that's even what we're experiencing in the MCU. Maybe the MCU was not supposed to go past Endgame. Like, I just don't want the same thing to happen to where it falls now. Denny. So, look, I'm excited to see Dune 2. I'm going to try to go pull it off tomorrow to go check it out. Might take my nephew with me. But I'm definitely ending my break tomorrow. And it's going to be a good experience. It's going to be a good experience till about maybe an hour and a half in, and it starts wearing off. And then, like, you know, I might get sleepy.
Oh, Lord.
Seems like they're letting Barbie die. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
We have
they'll
one
let
more
Barbie
thing
die.
to talk about, though, bro.
We
have one more thing to talk about.
What we got to talk about, bro?
Avatar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You talking about that show that's putting like 4 seasons into one season? That show, that Avatar? Bro.
Yeah. What y'all think about Avatar if y'all see
On a scale of 1 to 10, put it in the chat what you think about Avatar. Look here, Justin. Avatar is a solid show. The problem is, I know what happens in the OG series, and it don't go down like that. It don't go down like that.
Exactly, man.
So, like,
7, I see a 7 in there by Carl. Never liked the cartoon. Come on, Trev.
Come on, Trev. Come on, Trev. Probably an 8. Going to finish the rest this week. I'm going to finish probably the rest like either tonight or tomorrow. You can't replace the classic anime like that. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching One Piece right now, right? And like, so One Piece made me want to go and watch the actual One Piece. And I'm like 2 seasons in. Actually, I think I'm on episode 100. The One Piece live action adaptation was great because while they did push things up and they made changes, so far from what I see, they didn't rush over things. So, like, for example, in One Piece, Luffy, in the animated series, Luffy as a doctor who is like a reindeer type of hybrid monster thing, right? At the end of the day, if they handle the live action One Piece like they're handling the Avatar, they would have had that doctor in season 1. So, like, I think it's a good show, Justin. I think Avatar is a good show. Like, it's better than what I thought it was going to be. I like the bending. But the 2 issues I have there, and I think we discussed this before, we have the same 2 issues, and I think everybody has the same 2 issues. One is that they're just you have Jet, you have the moles, you have Boomy, You have you have the wheelchair dude, the trader, all in like 1.5 episodes.
Bro.
And then 2, the kids, the actors. The actors do not look cool. Like the actors are not believable.
Bro. Like look, I didn't think the show was terrible. It's definitely not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But like the cramming of 3 different storylines into one literal scene pretty much is crazy. The fact that we get all of these characters, but you're missing one of the key characters in Toph. How's Toph not there, bro?
Like, are they saving Toph for the next season?
I'm assuming so, but like, how is she not into this season? We get every other type of scenario in there that Toph is actually in the series, like in the animated series for, and she's just nowhere to be found in these. And the other issue, man, is like you said, the characters. One, so look, it's weird because the guy that plays Aang, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's actually well casted for Aang, but
I don't think so.
still, I think he is. I
That's
just
too
don't
much of
think
a baby face.
Aang's 12, so.
But no, like I view Aang in the animated series is like still he's 12, but he's not as like chubby in the face. Like he doesn't look like a monk. Like this guy doesn't even look like a monk. Like I would expect Aang to be more slender and more lanky than what this person is.
It's weird. It's weird because if anything, I would have thought Aang would be the person they would have. Aang would be a little bit more baby face, chubby face than who they have. But my issue is he just some of the lines he delivers just aren't good. Like there's this one where he's like, "Wait." It's literally like a Vin Diesel level of acting of weight of him saying that. And then let's just be completely real. Like some of the actors just look too young to even be in that character. Prime example for me is Azula. Like Azula should be like almost 18, if not 18. Like she should be older. That girl looks
played by 18-year-old.
She looks no older than like I would say 15, bro. She looks young as hell in there. So
like Sokka was perfectly cast.
Sokka perfectly casted. Even Suki was perfectly casted. Just Katara, like she seemed a little like sometimes like was a good casting, and then other times I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't believe them. Here's the thing, like Qatar and Aang, I don't believe either one of them.
Exactly, bro.
Now, like I can get down with the story, but then also my other gripe is too, they're taking out all character development. Like all of the character development has been taken out of this show. Like you don't see Aang, like you see Aang doing the tricks on the with his airbending skills or what have you. Like they start off with Aang flying around. But at the end of the day, they like remove the character development from Sokka. They remove the character development from Aang a lot. Dude. Now,
they even like him bending. Like they've gone through stories. Like stories
I haven't finished it yet.
Fuck.
I'm just starting off in the North Water Tribe. Like I'm right now, he's in the North Water Tribe, about to go through learning the water elements.
Because shouldn't at this point he already at least be bending at least water?
No, I don't think he really learns how to bend water until he actually gets there. I don't even know if he bends water in the original series at the Water Tribe.
Because there's a point where he's like learning with Katara.
Yeah, Katara's teaching him. Like Katara becomes his master.
And he literally part of the story was that she gets a little jealous because it's so easy to him to learn. Because they're learning pretty much together.
But I don't think that's necessarily at the Water Tribe. I don't think that's necessarily at the like Northern Water Nation. I think that's like in season 2 when they're learning together. He kind of supersedes her a little bit.
I don't know, man. It was just kind of weird. It's there's a lot of elements of it that I do like. There's a lot of elements of it that I'm not a big fan of. One of them also is how the grandma comes in at the beginning. Long ago.
Yeah, that was whack.
Earth. Well, like it's like
Come on, give us that same feel, bro.
Fit it in, but like
Pause.
Pause. I get y'all wanted to cram that pause. Get that in the story, but it's like the way y'all did it just felt forced as fuck. It's like, I'm not.
As much hate as we've been giving Daniel Rittman today, he did retweet this good video of. Have you seen it on Twitter? Like when they actually put like the actual audio from the intro scene to what's going down on screen with the live action. Let me see if I scroll down far enough to see it. I should have bookmarked it. I don't know why I didn't bookmark it, but it's such a better way to do it. Damn, I'm not gonna get back down to it. Maybe it wasn't Daniel Rittman who put it up there. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is, right here. Water. That was me.
I was like, wait.
Fire.
Now, this is so much doper. I know you gotta catch up to it, but to me, this is so
Long
much more
ago,
dope.
The 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed.
I gotta
and my
fucking
brother
say that
discovered
part too,
a
man.
new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world. Water.
See, to me, bro, like, stay true to the original.
Yes.
More. Like, I'm not saying you follow the beat word for word. Like, I'm not saying you stay on the same beat. But stay true to the original more, and it'll be a much better payoff.
But even that reminded me of 2 other things that I really was not a fan of. So when they find him, bro, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just standing there in the Avatar state. Why? That was like so unmystical. So like he should have been floating. Like I don't get why he's not floating right there. And then 2, bro. Shit. What was it? Why? Okay. There was never a moment in the original where, because one, the main avatar he communes with is Roko, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He goes and communes with Avatar Kyoshi.
Yeah.
You've gotten to this part, right?
Yeah.
Why in the fuck does she take over and we see her whole entire embodiment
That didn't make sense to me.
crazy?
That didn't make sense to me at all. Like the fact that they saw it, like I could see it. Here's the thing, like when they were doing it, I could see them, like doing it from like a artistic standpoint of this is what's going down, and that the people that were watching it didn't see Kyoshi. But the fact that the people that were watching it saw Kyoshi,
everyone saw Kyoshi. It's like
that pissed me off.
Like, why would
Like,
she just take over his body? That it's in his mind that he knows what's happening, but everyone else doesn't. That made 0 fucking sense to me.
I would have much rather preferred it that they saw Aang and they were like, I saw a bit of Kyoshi in you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even some of that, like, I saw that come, but they need to be singing Aang.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need to be singing Aang. Now,
then it created
like
a problem too later. It's when he goes to the Fire Nation, I believe, and they're like, "Why can't Roku take over your?" No.
At this point, if you can have somebody take over your body, you can have Avatar take over your body and master all 4 elements without you having to do it.
Exactly, man, because she did it. It's like, why was that in there, man? That was never in the original.
And he went there to see Roku way too early.
Bro, and the other thing is, why is he having to commune at their spots? He didn't have to do that then. It helped him. It better be explained in the season 2 if they do that, because I believe he might have he did go there to Kyoshi and then to Roku's temple to kind of learn, but then he's able to at least commune with them wherever he wants to later.
Yeah.
So maybe I can give them some slack on that one. But bro, that shit was wild to me.
Yeah.
I did not like that part.
Yeah, I mean, other than that though, like the show, as much as it sounds like we're bitching about it, the show itself, like I think it's saved by the bending. Like the bending to me in this show is phenomenal. Will it get a second season? They were iffy on if it was gonna get a second season based on fan reaction. I know it got the numbers to get a second season. Like I know enough people watch it, and I have friends who are like, I love it. So like, I think it'll get a second season. It just sucks they wasted a lot of the stuff. Now help me out, Justin. Was the mole stuff, like was Mole, Jet, and the Trader, was all that in the first season?
That's where I don't remember offhand. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either.
I don't think it was, but I'm
gonna.
I'm
the end not working on my laptop?
I might fucking go watch half of that shit literally to like.
Oh, that's for sure. I'm definitely gonna go watch.
And Vito, I get it. Look, I am emotionally attached to the originals. I get it, but at the same time, that's what they're trying to like. That's what they're kind of going for, bro. Like that's why I don't like that they just meshed up a whole bunch of storylines in one, and then the Kyoshi part was like definitely not really like for what, like, and then he can't even do the same with other avatars. Like I didn't like that part. That was just weird to me. And yeah, it is a little bit of the emotionally attached, but and then also, but I have to veer completely off with you on the. I have to veer completely off with you on the Halo part, because Halo, man, they just screwed the fucking pooch on that shit.
So the Trader stuff was definitely in season. It wasn't in season 1. Jet was at the end of season 1. Katara started hating on Aang after the winter solstice. After stuff went down at the Northern Water Tribe, that's when Katara started like getting mad at Aang for being nice.
Oh yeah, Vita, I'm totally content with it. It's more so for like, it's better for people that did not experience the first one. I understand that 100%, but like for people, I mean, they're also trying to revamp for people that did see it, and that's just, they cut a lot of corners on that thing, in my opinion.
They didn't, the episode's 9,000. The first season.
It's not like I hate it either. It's not like I fucking.
They're 20 episodes long.
Yeah,
the season. Okay, so the Northern Air Temple was in the first season.
Okay.
So maybe they felt pressure to fit these stories. So you got Jet in the first season, you got the Northern Water Temple in the first season. I'm trying to see if Ba Sing Se. Oh, you're right. So when they did have that war, I got the winter solstice mixed up. When they did have that war, Aang was learning water bending before they got to the Northern Water Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she was jealous of Aang before they got to the Northern Water Temple. Okay.
Indeed. I completely respect your opinion. I just feel, for me personally, my opinion is that I just didn't like the way they crammed shit so.
I just didn't like the way they
so
crammed
together,
it. But
man.
I get it. You gotta get 20 seasons. Now that I'm going back and like looking at what happened in season 1, and realizing that a lot of this stuff did happen in season 1,
it makes sense. But is Toph in season 1?
No,
she's not.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then that's
Yeah,
that's
Toph was broke,
forgivable
too.
on my part.
But the owl was not in season 1.
Mm-mm.
The owl was definitely season 2, and maybe they bring him back in season 2.
And I'm sorry, but that I don't get that Kyoshi part. Guys,
I can understand how they want to interpret the Kyoshi part. I
I
just really
don't.
don't. I just really don't like how they really just went back to like bring it into them seeing her. Now, when you think about Aang in the Avatar state, yeah, it doesn't make sense. If they would have just put him in the Avatar state to save everybody, and he just would have been Aang going ham on air power, on air.
Yeah.
But the fact that you learn all 4 elements just because you're in the Avatar state defeats the purpose of learning everything.
Well, in the Avatar state, yes, it makes sense that he's able to tap into that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, my main complaint is the fact that she literally takes completely over.
Yeah.
From the spirit world. And goes fucking ham, which was a cool scene, but it's like, why is she there in the first place? And then you go to all the other Avatar, and they're like, nah, we can't do that shit. Then not to mention, we see fucking Roku, and he's like trying to make him jump with one leg and shit like that. When in the thing, he's like the most, serious one there. So I don't know. That one was, maybe this might be a little bit of the woman power shit of me, but like, look, I wouldn't have minded the scene if that's the way they want to go with all of them. But it was just weird to me that you take that approach and then you make. Honestly, I hate to be that guy, but you kind of made the other two look like bitches.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna see what's good with season 2. I think they are gonna get a season 2. Look, getting their introspective of like, you know what, a lot of this stuff did go down in season 1. My memory was fuzzy because my wife and I did watch it, but I think it's been like a couple. Definitely haven't watched Avatar since my son was born, so it's been a while since I've watched Avatar. It's been at least 3 or 4 years since I watched it, like the OG Avatar. So now going back and getting recollection of like, you know what, all this stuff went down in the first season. Maybe they did feel the pressure to like get this out, like have this stuff be in the first season for the next book. Okay, like I can see that, but I don't even think Azula was introduced in the first season.
Azula's not in the first season. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, because Azula's your bae. Yeah, she wasn't in the first season. So, we'll see where they go from here. But all in all, like I give the show for the show itself, without any connection to Avatar, like the OG, I give the show an 8.
I'm at a 7. As I said, I liked it. I liked the show, but when I
just have gripes.
That's when I sit there and think about like compared to the other one, like the original. Like, and then there's a lot of things I'm just like I didn't. Really
now let me ask you this: when I mentioned the thing about Miles Morales going to live action and wondering if like how he is in the animated version would kind of just hurt whatever they do in live action, just because like you're attached to the voice, you're attached to the vibe of him. Do you feel that a bit with Aang? Like at the end of the day, I really just miss Aang's voice and presence.
For me, no, because I think the kid did a really good. Like he was, to me, in my opinion, he embodied Aang very well. He just didn't deliver lines well. Like there's a lot of lines that he just didn't deliver well, and it felt weird. Like, okay, like is this LeBron acting type shit?
Well, it's still a kid. I guess that's a kid too.
Yeah.
Like he is a kid acting.
And that's the same way I feel about Katara too. I like there's a lot of lines that Katara, she does pull off really well, the actress that plays Katara. And there's a lot of lines that I'm like damn, like, are you reading word for word what's going on?
Let me look up Aang on the. Yo, I'm tired of the N not working on my computer. Have I typed in the same word too many times? God, dog. Like the N and M's ain't working. Gordon, I just want to see how old this kid is.
Dune is really graphic, heads up.
He's 14.
I don't like graphics.
This dude's 14? The dude that plays Aang is 14. Okay. It's like I was about to say, to me, it's a situation where like if they could have casted somebody that's older and just made them look younger, and maybe it would have been better. But he's 14. That's gonna be the age I went with. Azula isn't sexy enough, and she's too young. I mean, I get it. I hate to say that because Azula's not. The girl who plays Azula is 21.
She does not look 21. I'll be honest. I think it's the way they have her hair and stuff like that, but like she does not look 21. I would say the only two that look of age in that show, and like of age of the character as well, is Suki. Fuck, I fuck up their names, but Sokka and Suki. They both look like they're of age, and the Moon God.
Now I can't believe Katara is 17, because Katara looks like the same age as Aang. Like I can't believe she's 7. Like I can't believe the actress is 17. She looks very young. The person who plays Zoku, of course, he's 22. That makes sense.
He fits. To me, that was a good casting on him and his uncle as well. His uncle is the dude in Mandalorian, by the way.
Ah, okay.
The X-wing guy. Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, yo, Suki is a babe, bro.
Suki is, bro. She's
24.
To me, she should have been. She should have been Azula. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have hit a lot better, but she's also she was great in where she was casted too. But
what was the Qatar statement? Because I ain't really been keeping up with chat. I've been just looking at the stuff on my screen. What was the Qatar statement? Yo, is Commander Zhao? Is he Yo, he's from Rush Hour, right? Yo, that's where I recognize the dude from.
Was it?
Yeah. He's the dude from the first Rush Hour. What's his name? Sang. Yep. He's the dude from the first Rush Hour, the villain from the first Rush Hour. That's where it connected.
Wait, I said I didn't agree with who? With who said? Wait, what?
How you feel about Katara? How do you feel about Katara?
Wait.
Vita's high though, so it might just be high. It might just be high, V. You might just be high. But yeah,
there's just line delivery that wasn't great on the Katara part as well. That's what I think I was saying. I did like. I think both actors are really like chose well, right?
I like Jet too.
Jet was a good one too. Even the big dude, I forgot. Pipsqueak. Yeah, he was a good one too. The only problem I had is just I felt like some of the lines weren't delivered really that good as far as Aang and Katara.
Dude, do you realize who was Ko? It's a legend.
Who was it?
I just wait for it to update on your screen. Oh damn! It's taking them that long to update.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, that's dope. I ain't know. You would think you heard that. Like,
they had some legends on there, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you would think you would have seen that on Twitter somewhere by now.
Yeah.
That's a big name. That's a big name.
Line delivery equals bad voice acting. I mean, none of them. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the Princess Yue.
So not the script. No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the script. I would just say it's like they didn't. Yeah, it's just young actors trying to find it. Trying to find that sauce they need.
And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing for season 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, like with Stranger Things, did we have that? Do you remember? Did you watch Stranger Things? You watch Stranger Things and shit?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you don't watch Stranger Things?
No.
Justin, what do you do with your time, man?
Game.
I'm trying to remember season 1 of Stranger Things. Like if I had the same issue with the lines not hitting because they were around They're young too, but I think they're a bit older. But yeah, Princess Yue. Oh, she's the girl from Prey. Okay. Princess Yue was definitely it.
Okay, Apex and rides Durbex. C-Dub, by the way, Austin Faulkner, that dude that I showed you that made you want to never ride a dirt bike again, bro, he came out with a statement. It's sad. It was sad to watch.
But look, yeah, hey, I'm on silver on Apex right now. Silver 4, trying to work my way up the ranks, trying to get like Justin over here, Mr. Gold Man. Where you at right now, Justin, on Apex?
Gold 3. Coming
Gold
up
3,
on
I hear
Gold
you.
2.
I hear you. Coming up on Gold 2? That's what's up.
Yeah. I did some like big games yesterday. I had like 3 second places with like 6 kills on them.
Hey.
I was moving.
I know that one that I played by myself that got me up to gold. I mean, they got me up to silver. I got like, closer to silver. I got like 8 kills and we I don't think we won. No, we won. And I got like 8 kills and we won. Because I was playing while y'all were playing.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah.
I was playing while y'all were playing. And I was like, oh snap, because like I was getting hip fire kills. That's my problem. Like I don't hip fire enough.
Yeah,
like, I don't hip fire enough, and I know that's probably harder on a controller, but like hip firing really helps me get a jump.
Yeah,
What you about to say?
I was.
You got to sound wrong.
No, I don't. I can't. I have no idea how to play controller anymore, except for like racing games. So it's not ideal with me in controller anymore. But hip firing is a big deal in Apex. Like it's night and day difference.
Yeah, Vito, I'm back tomorrow though, Vito. March 1st, and it's been a trying. Like I was like, yo, it's February, it's Black History Month. Yeah, I could take a break. This has been the most trying Black History Month of my life. I've been tried by so many people at work. I've been stressed. It's been, I tried to throw a Black History event, and I hope nobody from work sees this. No, we threw the Black History event for the first time in my city. And it was a nice event. And they tried to, when I say they, that you know what I'm saying when I say they, try to get their hand in and try to get in there and stop us, try to shut us down. Then after the event happened, we had but mind you, I'm with the city. And then after the event happened, like somebody wanted to launch an investigation on a caterer who didn't even cater because they got tired of being harassed by that person. So they was like, we're not even gonna cater, we're just gonna give y'all drinks. It's been a stressful Black History Month. You know what I mean by they, Carl. It's been a stressful Black History Month for me. But you know what? I don't know if it was intentional for my ancestors to put me through a trial or not, but I'm excited to be able to partake in my usual. So the good thing about this break, though, Justin,
I said Canadians.
Basically, Justin, the good thing about this break, I was like pretty much everyday smoker, but now like I don't want to every day. I'm gonna do it like on weekends. Okay. I'm gonna chill, but like I kind of, it helped me cool off, helped me get my kind of. Cause I've been
get your withdrawals away from it,
No, I didn't really have I didn't have withdrawals, and to me it was kind of proof too. Like, yo, there's nothing addicting about weed. However, it is very habitual. Like you will do it out of habit, but the true form of an addiction is somebody who was in high school and was an anti-drug program board member. An addiction is like where your body has to have it. Your body craves it. Your body is like in need of it. To me, it was just habitual. To me, it's habitual. It's very much habitual. So, Trev, tell your people to stop harassing Kendall during February. Hey, it's over now. I actually got to get out of here and do my Duolingo. I'm gonna lose my streak. I'm on the
I'll be your early birthday, Veed.
When's Veed's birthday? Tomorrow?
Said April 8th.
It's on April 8th. Yo, Veed. Okay, I do have a little bit of a desire to want to go under the whole eclipse. It's in Tennessee, I think. Right now, I'm gonna be I'm in a zone. I saw a chart for the eclipse, Justin. And I think y'all are going to be in 100%.
What, Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why we seeing all those because everywhere around here selling solar eclipse glasses and shit.
Yeah, I think y'all are going to be in the 100%. Where we at here? Well, yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna dot you, but the path of totality, it'll go from Colleen to Dallas, to Cleveland and Buffalo.
So we'll see the full thing.
Yeah, you'll be like it'll go completely dark.
Ooh, let's go! Fuck yeah!
That's lit. I'm gonna open it
I'm
up
in Dallas, so I'll be able to see that full shit. Let's get it.
Yeah, you'll definitely be 100% fully immersed in that bit. I'm gonna pull it up over here just since we have a few people that seem interested. This is the actual map. So this is where I am. I'll be in like 80 to 90. But yeah, you're in like full like eclipse path.
Oh, damn, I'm in like the heart of it. Shit.
Yeah, you're in like the actual path of it. I'm curious of like what the difference is. I'm curious of like what the difference is of like between 80 to 90. Like, will it get darker? You know what I mean? Like, how dark will it get? Because I can accept being in 80 to 90 if it's gonna get dark. But part of me really wants, and it's not like I've never been in the dark before, but part of me like, part of me really just wants to experience it. Don't look at it. Yeah, I remember that from elementary school.
Well,
I used to get it confused though. I used to get it confused though because the lunar eclipse was like one that you could like look at. But yeah, the solar eclipse, yeah, you have that spot on your eyes forever, right?
Oh, for real?
Damn, poor California. They always get the worst of the weather, but no phenomena. They get nothing.
Carl's in Texas, Austin. Okay.
Damn, where can I go? Nashville's not close. I'm not going nowhere on the 8th. Holy shit. Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm supposed to go on vacation on the 18th, and the vacation I'm going on would put me in the 70 to 80. I know I'm not going nowhere for it. I can say I want to, but I'm not. So I can at least know that the 80 to 90% will have me straight. Damn, St. Louis in the 100% area. Sweet. I think St. Louis is in the 100%. To be real, bro, I think if you're in the 90 or above, you're solid.
Yeah, probably.
90 or above, you're real solid.
Damn, I'm in the middle, bro. Oh,
you in the actual path, dog.
I'm in the path.
Hey, I don't have a welder's mask trail, but my nephew does. He'll probably be using it though. He'll probably be inside at work. Hey, I'm just saying, y'all might get crazy down there in Texas. It'll go dark for a little bit. Y'all might get wild.
I hear that. What's that one movie?
Yeah, The Purge.
Yeah. That's gonna be a wild, wild west out here. Guns going crazy.
You might have to have the straps ready, dog. Right. But look, all that to say, it's gonna go dark. We're gonna go dark here on stream in a second here because it's time to get out of here. We've been going for 2 hours and 23 minutes. It's 11:30 my time, so it's time to get the fuck up out of here. Justin, anything you want to say? Plug yourself, bro.
As y'all know, we going live tomorrow. Not sure what I'm gonna play tomorrow. Probably Apex because I'm addicted. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all want me to play more games, but I'm addicted to Apex. Y'all got to deal with it. I'm sorry. I love you. But yeah, gonna stream tomorrow. Other than that, not much, man. Join Discords.
Speaking of games, you ever played that NCAA?
Oh, bro. Yes.
Are you hyped?
I got like, I'm not gonna lie. I watched the trailer yesterday on stream. I got a little emotional, bro. It's been 10 years since we've had that fucking shit, man.
I almost flunked out of college because of NCAA.
Bro, NCAA
was so good. Like, long story short, sophomore year, my laptop got stolen in the middle of the first semester.
Damn.
That's hard. Like, your laptop was everything. Instead of going to the library and thugging it out, I was knee deep in NCAAs. I might have played like 4 Road to Glories. I was like in 20. This was like 2013, bro. So like I was like probably 2021 in my fantasy, like in my playing every game on my fantasy. So yeah, bro, it was real. It was real. That shit almost wrecked my life.
Look,
Thank
as
God for
bad
my
as
college
EA kind of is, man, they have 2 games that are like kind of big time that are coming out. NCAA, which, bro, as I said, I cannot wait. I'm gonna be playing that for like at least a week straight. And then when Skate comes out, boy,
I love a good skating game.
Skate is fire, bro. Stop it, man. That game is crazy.
Look, we overcame that, Vito. We overcame it, but yeah, it was a struggle. Luckily, I had credits from like high school, so like I didn't fall behind like that. But yeah, it was like I got an A in one class, and then the rest was like Fs. Actually, no, my black teacher looked out. Shout out Black History Month. My black teacher looked out and gave me an incomplete, and I was able to go back and fix that African American Studies class. You know what's crazy? I took African American Studies class, and people won't be out here telling me certain shit like, well, you never mind, be quiet.
You on your MLK stuff today? What's up? You good?
Is it MLK or is it more like Malcolm? I don't know.
You on Malcolm? You on the Malcolm?
Oh, escape like Tony Hawk? Yeah,
it is, but better. But better.
I was a Tony Hawk player myself. That's why I'm not that hyped for Escape. I was a Tony Hawk player, Trev.
Skate's better, man. They had Robin Big on that shit too one year.
Yeah, I didn't play Skate.
Bro, you need to. It's
now look, now they bring back like NBA Street and all that shit. Like they bring back NBA Street. I'm here for
bro.
it.
If EA does that, you know how much money they are missing out not bringing that back. Shit.
I don't necessarily need NFL Street. Like as fun as it was, I don't need NFL Street.
I need NFL.
Lamar Jackson and NFL Street is crazy.
Patrick Mahomes too.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray
passes. Behind the back passes.
Bro. Kyler Murray too.
Yo. Is Kyler Murray the greatest Texas football player to ever play a game?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to verify that with you.
Greatest high school.
Yeah. I heard Johnny Manziel talk. I was watching the Johnny Manziel's Club Shay Shay shit, and he brought that up. I was like, yeah, I want to ask question that. I'm glad I remember that shit.
That man was unbeatable. Like ridiculous.
It's crazy how you can be such a high school athlete and then you go to college in it. Not saying that happened to Kyler Murray, but like the guy that I played high school football with in Virginia, he broke the yards record. And like he's my height, he's like 5'9", and you know he just do his head shit. And he broke in a world where we had Allen Iverson playing, we had Michael Vick from Virginia. We got goats ourselves in Virginia, and nothing on Texas, like nothing close to Texas, but we got some talent ourselves in Virginia. And he broke the record, but he only went to college to play running back at OD.
I mean, Jay Ajayi, he has a Super Bowl ring, but Jay Ajayi, he's nowhere to be found now in the league. But that motherfucker was a beast in high school. I think the year before I became a freshman, that man dropped like 8 touchdowns on the high school I was gonna be going to.
But Trev, we're talking about high school. We're talking about high school quarterback, not resume wise after. Just high school quarterback. But Vince Young is
Vince Young. I mean, even
I'm a Titans
then,
fan.
like
I'm a Titans fan. Vince Young is my guy. Fuck Jeff Fisher because he fucked up his career. Vince
truly
Young
did
a lot better.
100%.
Jeff Fisher's one of those people like I don't understand how he kept a job. Like how the fuck do you keep? He was like the Kathleen Kennedy of football. True. Like I just don't see how Jeff Fisher kept a job.
And he got a job after that too.
He got a job right after, bro, with the Rams.
Yes, so and fucked up Todd Gurley's fucking shit, and
I don't get it, but either way, I guess I put myself. Pause. Come through Monday. We're gonna have a great stream. We're gonna be talking about Dune 2. At least I will. I don't know if Justin's gonna make it over there to see it, but come through on Monday for that discussion because is Dune 2 actually gonna be? I mean, I don't think we're at a point, Justin, to where we can say it's gonna replace certain things.
Yeah, I don't think we'd get that far yet.
They'd have to come out with like a prequel. And I think they do have a prequel ready to be going through. Like, bro, I think they would have a prequel ready to go.
You really think that?
With the House of Atreides and like what's going on, like the lineage of Paul, like the main character, if you like go to how his family rose to power, that prequel is right there.
I guess
is right there.
I need to probably.
You need to watch it. You need to watch it and dive into it.
See the first one first.
Yeah, you need to watch it, dive into it. Just pay attention to the world building that they're doing in it, because to me that's the juice. Like it was kind of boring. Like I will admit, like it's not a lot of action. It's kind of boring, but the world building is the key part of the first one. And it makes it dope.
The only problem I have is, bro, 2 hours and 40-something minutes is crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But that one comment gave me hope. Where it was like, that review gave me hope. It was like, ain't no wasted scene. You tell me ain't no wasted scene in a 2 hour something minute movie. It is what it is. But either way, look, bro, it's been a good one. 2 hours and 30. It's time to get on up out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the left to the right, we happy to see everybody that was in the building tonight. But we out. Yeah, Justin, I gotta give him bars tonight, right? It's been a long time I give him bars tonight, right? It's been about 2 weeks since the bars got right. Killing this real slight, real light, some polite, like, damn. Let's go ahead and get the bit.
Get it.
Spending all day with my motherfucking fam. Walking through the city like the motherfucking man. The way I live my life, I should put this shit on cam. And better yet, get some memory just like some Rams. Sell this whole flow like I got some fucking grams. Do this shit again, spray these hoes like they Pam. They can't stick to me. I got the W on my head, I call it victory. Take a shot in Tiffany's. Either way, we go and slide a little. Electric slide, or better yet, I'm moonwalking how I Jackson glide. Better yet, I got my family, we like Jackson 5. We getting real live. Just give me high fives. Up high, down low, these haters too slow. I can't let them go, I touch them like the Holy Ghost. They get to dancing, they get to shaking. That thing is so thick, that shit be earthquaking. But let me chill with it, let me take a sip back as I smoke up on this and sip that cognac. Pass the shit around to all my fucking homies. And if you fucking know me, better go and hit that spliff, get that lift. If I go and drive, I hit that shift. I don't drive stick, but if I did, I'd be out skating on motherfuckers and hating on motherfuckers. You hating on motherfuckers. I'm a cool ass motherfucker. I am a motherfucker cause I love my milfs. You know how it is. But let me go and hit that shit and switch gears. I'm right here today and all year. It's our year in 2024. Let me say that again from my ego. My man's Justin about to blow. Chillin' even blow. We all gonna blow. We all really know. We out of here and we swinging. Beat slanging. I got these theories that'll be slanging. Out like it's cracking in the 90s. Can they even hear the beat that behind me? But they can't hear me when I go and play. I'm balling on these people like Ice Cube on every single day. But the day was a good day. I ain't getting no triple double. I might have pissed off a little bit, but I ain't in trouble. All right, I'm out. I'm killing it. I think I killed it enough. I got a minute left on the beat though, so I could just talk. Hey, Justin, I could just talk because my bars are thick. like Hillary Duff, or like I want to call that shit. What's her name? Dallas, fuck them Cowboys. But either way, I'm scrolling through like, damn.
That's foul. That is foul.
Yeah, that's foul. That's foul. But there's gonna be some cool wordplay though, right? Some cool wordplay like Pixnay. Cool
it would have been
like
it would have been
like
but,
Eastnay. That's foul to put the Bryce Dallas out with the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was foul. That's foul to her. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
That booty too big to be saying that about her.
I'm sorry, Brycey. Either way, we out.